We are in week 2 of the 5A state playoffs. 8 teams are left, Matt. After tonight, heading to the semis, either Wynne or Greenbrier will move on. It's going to be a fun night of football, but I tell you, we're going to have our hands full tonight.
You know, looking at this team out on the field warming up, there's a lot of big bodies out there for Wynne.
Sure is.
Which you expect from a team from the Delta, kind of like the team from South Arkansas. You got physical. The guys I played against, same way in the East over in the Delta. But here's the thing. Greenbrier, especially since maybe the Harrison game, the defense has really taken it to the next level, and they are the run game has been something we've been able to control. The other thing I will say is Wynne's going to run that flex bone, they run it well. You know, they throw the ball almost never. So the other team we've played this year that runs the flex bone is Sylvan Hills.
Sylvan, in the preseason. Yeah,
and we did a really good job. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and say this. They're going to hit you at some point. They're going to get one by you. It's just the way the offense is ran. Harding runs it to perfection. Harding University, and they'll catch you sleeping and they'll pop one out. So when you see an 80-yard run for a touchdown, don't be discouraged because that's just what they do, and at some point it's going to happen. But I don't believe that they can do it every series against this Panther defense, and I believe that this Panther offense can score often. I really do. I think you can expect to see Wynne score, a few touchdowns. Hopefully we'll minimize that. But I do believe that our offense will be able to get in the end zone often.
Greenbrier heading into tonight, Matt, is 11-0, 7-0 in conference play.
Sure.
They finished first in the 5A West. They were picked to finish third. They returned 13 starters. We've got some injuries tonight. That will play a factor.
Yeah.
No question about that.
We're a little banged up at the receiver position. We lost Thatcher Strack probably 3 weeks ago. It was the week before Halloween.
Yeah.
He has a neck injury.
Against Alma, I believe, wasn't it?
No, it was Farmington.
Farmington the week
before. He took the hit against Farmington, and he's been out since then, and he's out for the season. And then last week, we didn't know it until after the game, but Carter McElhaney had an injury to his leg, his foot area, and it turns out after some MRIs, he's out for the season. So we're going to be without Mac, which is very unfortunate because there's very few, if any, receivers in the state that can outrun him. And he, he scored 2 touchdowns last week. He's a great receiver, as is Thatcher. So we're going to miss both of them.
Sure.
However, I'm not discouraged. I'm disappointed because I care so much for those 2 young men.
Sure.
And their families, and I hate to see them not playing. But I still am very confident in Greenbrier because we do have such depth at the receiver position. You've got Jacob Mathis, who, of course, we like to use Jacob in a blocking.
Almost like a tight end.
Right, but he is a big-time receiver for us. Miles Miller has stepped up as a sophomore.
Huge.
And I think you're going to see him more tonight. And then another senior who doesn't get a lot of catches but usually gets 1 or 2 a game is Reed Nixon. Now, let me tell you about Reed. Reed's not really one you're going to see. Typically gets a lot after the play or after the catch, but nobody catches the ball better than Reed Nixon.
Sure.
He runs great routes. He runs great routes, and he catches the football. So, we may not see as many long –
busted out for a big play.
Right, but you can depend on these guys to go down the field and keep those chains moving.
Certainly.
And that's what it's all about. Keep the chains moving, keep their offense off the field. We've got a running game that we believe in. They've got a great defensive end. They run a 3-front. He's going to probably – if they do what they've done all season, he will be up against Josh Robinson, which is to our advantage.
Certainly.
Josh is one of the best tackles in the state.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm not worried about him. Now they could move him over, and nothing against Nick Winberry, but he will be a force, and I believe Nick can step up and take care of him. Now the other defensive end's not bad either, but I believe against this 3-front, I don't think. Let me put it like this: if you watch last week's game, I don't think we'll see the pressure from their defensive front that we saw last week from Maumelle.
From Maumelle, that's right.
But let me say this. If they were to have watched the film from last week, you may see them bring the house to try to get in our backfield.
Well, where their strong suit on the defensive side is in their linebacker core. They got 3 seniors, Timmy Wilson, Alonzo Holmes, and Trey Holmes. All 3 of those guys lead the team in tacklers a year ago. A couple of those guys are all-conference and all-state. They're guys that really, Trayvon Holmes earned All-State honors last fall. He had 91 stops, including 20 tackles for loss. That's Trey Holmes for them. I'm telling you, Wynne's got some linebackers that can really play well. Their D-line's good as well. Not as good as we saw last week.
No, but let me do you know the defensive end's name?
The defensive end or the linebacker?
He's a defensive end, and he's probably their best defensive player.
Sparkman.
I can't remember. That's my fault.
Oh, it's Johnson.
It may be Johnson. I'm telling you,
Tyrell
Johnson. I think it is Tyrell Johnson.
He's also a great offensive lineman as well. Has some good offers. Arkansas State, Memphis had all shown interest in him.
But there's nobody on this team that can rush the quarterback like he can.
Sure.
I'm telling you, I've watched him on film. He will get after you. And like I say, I will put Josh Robinson up against anybody in the state.
J-Rob has really
I'm telling you, the kid is special. A lot of people don't know this. They didn't put number 5 last week up against him.
Nico Davier on
the reason
Robinson.
they didn't is because when we played Maumelle in that little preseason scrimmage before the actual scrimmage where people came to watch, Josh wore him out.
Shut him down. Huh?
You bet.
Wow. That's pretty cool. Looking at this Greenbrier team, there's a reason we're 11-0 right now. You could pinpoint a couple of key players that stand out. Sure, Cooper Wilcox, Nick Cute are your 2 offensive guys you think of. Obviously, some offensive receivers as well, Mathis. But there's guys on the defensive line, Gabe Rowe, Bryce Allison. We're getting Jeremy Parker back tonight. Jake Hardgrave. Some guys in the secondary, Preston Riddle, oh my goodness, Howard,
Shannon Howard. Yeah.
We've got some really key guys that –
we got some guys that can cover ground.
That's right. There's a reason we're 11-0, and it's in part due to those skill guys, but it's those guys that kind of go unnoticed, the unsung heroes. Even that offensive line with Jackson
100%.
Spears, Eli Rupel, some of those guys.
That's right, Nick. Let me tell you, too, they run this 3-front. And so if they do put the Johnson kid on Josh's side, we feel confident he can take them in a one-on-one.
Sure.
Now, what that does when you're only running 3 rushers is even if you've got a pretty good force on the other side, you've got the potential to double team. If they come with an outside blitz with a mobile quarterback like we have, you're probably not going to see the need for it as much. But if they do try to come inside with him, you'll see the guard pick him up.
Sure.
You'll see our running back pick him up. And that's where you see people like Jacob Mathis, who is such a good blocker. He can help out on the edge. So I feel really good about it. I think we'll be able to run the football, but I think we'll be able to play balanced, and I think we'll be able to throw for those 11, 12-yard passes for first downs, hit your Jacob Mathis over the middle, hit Reed Nixon on the sideline. I think that we'll be able to move the ball that way, along with Cooper, Nick, Eli, Dawson, whoever's in the backfield, running the ball downfield.
Wynne coming into this game, they were picked to finish first, and they would have done so had Nettleton not played spoiler in the last game of the season. Won that one by 4 points. Wynne finishes second place. They're 10-1 on the year. 6-1 in conference play. They return 8 starters from a year ago, 4 on both sides of the football. In comparison to how Greenbrier's done this year, there's 2 common opponents. Both teams have played Morrilton and Batesville. Greenbrier beat Batesville 44-10. Wynne beat Batesville in conference play 31-0. So the margin of victory for Greenbrier was 34. Wynne won by 31 points. Here's what I'll say.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can't really compare games from when they're played.
No.
But for the folks at home, I'm sure as you look at that, it's good to see, hey, we've played a similar team like that. How did they fare up against a team like that?
And let me say on both accounts, Batesville and Morrilton for this Greenbrier team, it was mercy rule at halftime.
That's right.
So, we've seen a lot of games where we go out and we score 40, 50, 40 late upper 40 points, and we win games 45-12, 14. But the fact is, if you look, we could have scored 70 points in those games.
Sure,
because we called the dogs off in the second half. Now, let me tell you what's going to come down to, in my opinion, in this game. They run the flex bone offense, and they do it well. They're not going to kill us throwing the football.
Sure.
So, if you remember a year ago, this very same week a year ago, second round,
Magnolia.
we play down at Magnolia, and we are very unsuccessful at stopping the run game, especially on the outside. We tend to that game, it seemed like we played our corners soft. If we'll play it more aggressive like we have this year, like when we played Sylvan, we completely shut that offense down.
Did.
Other than what I mentioned earlier, an occasional somebody breaks loose and goes. So don't expect this to be a 44-0 game. But what you can – let me say 45 because I don't want to say anything less than an extra point made because we've got Bradley Turnage, who is perfect through the year, who –
and if we did the math right, he holds a state record.
I don't know why this has not been talked about across the state, but if what I've seen as the state record is correct,
I don't think
he has broken that as consecutive.
Because I don't think he's missed an extra point, Matt.
I'm thinking he's 65 for 65, and that's what everything online shows. And I believe the state record for consecutive PATs was 64 in 2007. If that is the case, and I don't know if maybe for some reason the playoffs don't count. I don't know. I think it does.
Surely.
If so, then he should be the state record.
Regardless, he's had a phenomenal season as a senior. Really been just automatic for
100%.
us. You know, when we've needed something big, he's come in and he's done his job.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of times when you think about special teams, you know, they're on the field for not very many plays. The kickers especially, your punters, your kick return guys.
Right.
They've got one job and they only have really one moment to shine. Well,
That's
Turnage
right.
has come in and he has capitalized on every single moment that he's been given. And quite honestly, you've been able to put so much trust in him that whenever he steps onto the field, he's going to make that kick.
He's just been like you said, he's been automatic. You know, Sean texted me Saturday, and he said, you know, when Cam Little made the field goal to beat LSU, he said, Cam Little equals Bradley Turnage. And so I responded back. I said, well, Cam Little's not perfect on this season. I mean, come on.
Sure.
But to go back to what I was saying a while ago, I really believe for us to win this football game, we have to contain at the line of scrimmage and not let them get out, let those fast backs get outside. They got a great fullback that's going to get some yards up the middle, but they cannot beat us up the middle. They're going to have to get wide to do it.
Well, they've got a kid that can just run the football, Kobe Davis. He's got 1,200 yards rushing on the year. He's just a phenomenal kid. He's got 12 touchdowns. The kid's impressive. You know, for Greenbrier's success, it's going to be a sling-it type of offense. We're going to need to outscore them, obviously. It's going to be probably a higher scoring game than we see. But when you get to this point of the season, I'm going to tell you, when you got a team like a Wynne, their objective is going to be speed, get to the outside, big plays like we saw against Maumelle. You know, Greenbrier similarly has some of the big plays, but what we've seen with Greenbrier is they've controlled the clock, the time of possession.
Sure.
We'll milk it down. We'll wear down that defense to where middle of the second half or second quarter, they're just so worn out. We're putting up so many points.
Which is kind of different from the way the season started, where we scored so fast.
That's right.
But let me say this. Statistics, if you look at statistics online, they're a little deceiving. I don't know if you saw where Wynne's defense has only given up like
13 points
a game.
Yep.
That's true. They don't play in the 5A West.
That's right.
They play in the East. And let me tell you, and I don't mean to sound this disrespectfully. That's right. But the West, the East is just not very good this year. You look what we did to that Batesville team. The Batesville is usually a powerhouse in the East. Them and Wynne usually are playing for the championship.
Well, Batesville was picked to finish second in the
that
conference.
And so, and the reason why I say that is because if you look at the Nettleton game, Nettleton put some points on them. If you look at last week, a Lakeside team that has struggled this year, they finished third. They finished third in the South, right ahead of Hot Springs, and they were up
28-14 and a half, I believe.
That's right, and they ended up scoring over 30 points. So I feel like if this Greenbrier team scores 30 points, we'll win the football game.
Sure.
I feel like if Lakeside scores 30 points, we should be scoring 40 to 50.
And in contrast, just to put it in perspective a little bit, you're playing playoff football.
Yes.
You're looking up against Maumelle, and Maumelle was an underrated team, absolutely. But that's a game on paper you would have thought we would have blown them out. Sometimes you look at that first round of the playoffs, too. You look and you think, hey, nerves are there, didn't play as well as you wanted. But obviously, it's football. You're going to play how you play. Greenbrier just did not play well last week.
But Maumelle's record was very deceiving. When they play in the Central,
it's a tough conference.
You know, they play PA, they play Christian,
yeah.
And then they played some teams in the preseason or the regular season non-conference that were stud teams.
That's right.
And so it's hard to look at that. And let me tell you, my thoughts on the Maumelle game, two things. Number one, it was the perfect storm for us.
Sure, it was.
They got D1 athletes out there, and we're not going to out athlete most people. We do have more speed than a typical Greenbrier team has. We play disciplined football, and we do things. We run our plays in a way that we execute.
Sure,
execution is our deal, not just out athleting people. Now, the other side of that is we were down 21 to 4 or 7 at halftime, or 21-14 at halftime. They scored 3 times and had 4 first downs.
Sure.
So that means the second half they only scored 7 points. Their offense did not beat us last week.
That's right. Well, and I'll tell you this too, Matt. 31 points in that playoff game last week, that's the lowest amount of scoring that Greenbrier's had all year long.
Now, I will say defensively, Baumel, they brought it to us.
Sure did. But just to give you a picture, Greenbrier, the lowest they've scored, 31 points all year. That's impressive.
It is.
The lowest that Wynne has scored is 21 points. And that's what I was going to look. Greenbrier averages 45.7 points a game. They average giving up 19.8. Wynne, they average 37 points a game with average giving up 13. We talked about that. A little deceiving depending on, you look at the conference they play in. But I'll tell you, you can't sleep on them. You're in the second round of the playoffs. You can't sleep on anybody.
Greenbrier is 5th in the state of all classifications in offense.
That's impressive.
They average over 500. They average 503 yards a game.
Wow.
No. I'm sorry. Take that back.
I was about to say.
They have scored 503 points. Sorry, I know I was a little, but we're getting up there pretty much every week. But hey, we're pushing. We're hitting over 400 every week for sure.
Sure. I was like, wow, that is very.
So,
impressive.
like you said, we're averaging 45 points a game. PA's number 1 at 54. I mean, we're just right there, And Wynne's not on this list. All goes all the way down to 40.
No doubt.
Scoring defense, Wynne's up there. They're at 12. This says 12.2. So they've had a good season defensively, but like I say, this will be the first time they've really. Well, I say the first time. Last week they gave up a lot of points. They gave up the week before against Nettleton. So they're just now playing teams I think they can score on.
Well, you look at it too. Greenbrier scored 65 touchdowns this year.
Yes.
40 of them have been rushing. 25 have been passing. Cooper Wilcox accumulates 43 of the 65 touchdowns this year. He's 2/3 of the touchdowns have been from Coop.
Well, Coop's going to hit you both ways, and that's why it's hard to prepare for a team like this because you can focus on slowing down the run game. We've seen multiple times, especially in the second half of the year, where teams obviously come into the game saying, we're not going to let number 9 beat us running the football.
That's right.
Well, that's fine. You can do that, and you can probably slow him down, but you're just leaving a lot more open because I'm going to tell you, 15, 28, 2, all those guys are not 2. What's Eli? 1. Eli, they can run the football, and then if you're going to focus on trying to keep Coop from running the ball, that means you're going to leave a lot of people open downfield.
You're right. This is an offensive powerhouse. Maumelle was the best defense we've seen. Greenbrier still hung 31 points on them. Wynn's going to have to play really good defensively to slow down this offense. And on the flip side, Greenbrier's defense has been pretty good here of late. You look at the last 2 games, there was a pick 6 against Maumelle. Valonia had a kickoff return for a touchdown. So you look at that. Really didn't give up that many points against either of those teams.
And there's one other aspect that we haven't talked about that happens to every single team, and you just hope it doesn't happen to your team at the wrong time. And that is, at some point, you're going to have a letdown game.
That's right.
When you're an undefeated team, you've obviously not had that letdown game. If you did, you got lucky and pulled out.
Escaped.
Last week, I'm not going to say it was 100% a letdown game because I think our guys came prepared to play and they played their hearts out. But maybe we didn't play like our typical Greenbrier team.
Well, it's one of those things where it's the first time in any game this year we've been playing from behind, and we were down by 2 touchdowns at one point.
That's right.
And it very well looked like this season might be coming to an end unless some big things happen. We got some big plays.
Twice.
Sure did.
Hey, let me tell you, we go up and score at the end of the game there with the field goal, and it looks like we've got it done. Well, then we're not done.
That's right.
We have to pick the ball from the end zone to seal the deal.
And last week I told you, right before the half ended, I said if we don't score here before halftime to cut it 21-14, this might be the difference in the game, and it very well was. I mean, you could pick any of those touchdowns and say it was
the difference. And there were so many. Like I said, it was the perfect storm. You look, they had 4 first downs and scored 3 times in the first half.
That's right.
They're scoring the second half. We had shut down the offense on the opening drive, and we run into a kicker.
Boy.
And then the one play –
After
let me tell you, they had a guy on the radio after the game last week that said – called that kid the best receiver in the state. I won't stand here and argue with him.
Boy.
That kid was impressive.
Roderick Watts.
I mean, because he never caught a ball that he wasn't covered.
No, and every single ball he caught was a tough catch. Remind you of Traylon Burks a little bit.
That's
I know
right.
That might be a tight comparison, but still.
He made plays for them, and you take him out of the equation, They may score one touchdown last week.
Sure.
Well,
No,
two if you take the pick six.
Well, sure. But you're exactly right. Looking tonight against Wynne offensively, they're going to be, kind of like how you talked about. They're a flex bone team.
Right.
They're going to be really good at what they do. They run the ball well.
They're going to hit you. They're going to hit you with the halfback or the fullback dive. And then they're going to get outside and they're going to pitch it or keep it.
And their hope is, hey, we're going to bust you for a big play or two. That's where they're trying to punch you in the mouth a little bit like Maumelle did. The difference is if you can figure out a way to stop the big plays, I think you got a chance to really run away with this game.
Well, and the whole deal with the halfback dive or the fullback dive, the fullback dive is not designed to get big yardage. But what it makes you do is respect it. Sure. And when you have to respect it, then you're leaving people one-on-one on the outside with the pitch and the catch. Or the quarterback keeper or the pitch. And let me say this. When you play against an option team, there's only one way to be successful, and that is that you have to play assignment football. And
That's 100% right.
You have to trust your teammate. If you forget that and you try to make a play because you don't trust your teammate, what you end up doing is you get yourself out of position, and that's when they pop it.
That's
and
exactly
that's when
right.
They go 60.
And you're exactly right. When you're running against the option, you've got to flip. Whatever side they're going to, you have to realize the outside guy is going to always have the tailback. Yes. That inside guy, whatever side it is, has got to stay assignment with the QB or whatever it is.
That's right.
If you mess that up, you don't trust your guy, that's where bad things happen.
That's right. Your defensive tackle, or in our case, your nose guard, maybe your offside linebacker is going to have to take care of that pitch man. And then whether it be your outside backer, more than likely, your defensive end is going to try to contain. But then your outside backer is going to have to make sure that quarterback does not get outside of him and force him to pitch the football. And then you've got to help from the corner.
That's right.
Which is why you cannot play your corner soft. Because if you play your corner soft, then you're allowing that receiver to get him.
Well, another big thing to think about here, and again, obviously depending on who's when has played has affected this, but their quarterback's 13 of 28 on the year, but he's thrown for 4 touchdowns out of 13 passes.
Well, and it's dangerous because you're not prepared for it.
Sure.
No, that's just like I watch Harding play every weekend. Let me tell you, when they throw the ball, typically the guy's wide open because you're not expecting it. But let me say one thing too about our defense where I feel so much better about us compared to last year against that Magnolia team. We fly to the football better than any team I've seen in the state this year. Our linebacker core flies. Let me tell you,
we got great closing speed.
A good comparison. You look at Arkansas's linebacker core. You look at Grant Morgan and Bumper Pool and Hayden Henry. They're not the fastest kids in the SEC by any means. Grant Morgan's not even that fast.
No.
But they play smart and they fly to the football. It's 100% effort.
Well, and it's the angles that they take as well. They know, hey, I'm not going to be able to beat you to the line of scrimmage, but hey, I can only shot you for 2 or 3 yards or whatever.
Well, and I've heard Bumper Pool say this, like it's not a competition with his fellow linebackers, but he knows he's got a race to beat them to the ball.
That's right.
Because they're going to be flowing and running full speed.
Sure.
And that's the same way this defense plays your Jacob Mathis and Nick Hewitt and Dalton Spencer. You hear those guys' names called a lot because they fly to the football.
That's right. That's exactly right. And that's something I think to look at it for our defensive, core. There's some linebackers, Nick Hewitt, Eli Weaver, Jacob Mathis. Those guys have been just as steady as they come on the defensive side. They lead the team in tackling, but we've even got some defensive backs that lead the way the charge as well.
I mean, there's very many times that Shannon Howard is involved in the play. Hey, let's take a break real quick and get our here for all my sponsors,
sure.
and we'll come back.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank all of our sponsors for their continued support. First Security Bank, American Safeguard Insurance, Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom, Steak and Shake, Collier Roofing, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Bleacher Bling, John Simone Bank of England, Chef Lynn's, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Oxygen 8 Hyperbarics, and the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier.
Complex. There are restrooms for the visitors, and there's also time, we ask that everyone please stand and remove their cap. We'll have a 45-second moment of silence. Thank you. Now the prayer will be given by Lydia Dunlap.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for all you've given us, God, for the community that you've blessed us with, both students, teachers, parents, and community members. I pray that all those involved today that have helped put this football game on, that you will bless.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now the high school band will play the national anthem. Next we'll have the alma mater. The referee is Steve Schrum. The umpire, Stan Sentz. Head linesman, Chris Little. The line judge, Dennis Marshall. And the back judge, Dottie Nelson.
Well, we're back here inside of John Hawks Memorial Field. Greenbrier getting set for the second round here of the playoffs here in the 5A state tournament. Road to War Memorial. The Wynne Yellowjackets visiting tonight. Wynne coming into tonight's 10-1 on the season. They're 6-1 in conference play. They were picked to finish first in the conference. They finished second in the last game of the season. They played an undefeated Nettleton team. Nettleton came in and beat them. Nettleton won the first place spot. They also stayed undefeated. Nettleton's also playing tonight here in the second round. There's 8 teams left in the 5A state tournament in the playoffs. After tonight, there will only be 4 teams left. Greenbrier hoping that they are one of them. Obviously, as we've said last week, Greenbrier had a scare against Small Mell. They came out victorious 31-28. But, you know, coming into tonight against a really good Wynne team, one of these teams is going to go home with a loss. We've talked about that many a time. Neither team's going to want their season to end. Wynne traveling into town. Greenbrier, if they win tonight, they'll be at home next week as well in the semifinals. Obviously, the winner of that game would head to War Memorial. But if Greenbrier's to win tonight, they'll play the winner of Pulaski Academy and Magnolia. That one's being played at Pulaski Academy. The winner would play here on Greenbrier's turf. If Greenbrier were to win, if Wynne wins this ball game, then Wynne would play the winner of Pulaski Academy and Magnolia. And if PA won that one, then Wynne would travel to Pulaski Academy. But I tell you what, we're going to hit a break before we come back. We're about 10 minutes away from kickoff. We're going to be right back. Stay with us here on the road to War Memorial 5A playoffs.
Choose First Security. Banking is just the beginning. Here, we take care of each other, making the community we all share even stronger. So people in Arkansas can build a life, buy a home, run a business, and more. Strength in numbers and neighbors. It's another way First Security helps Arkansas bank better. And it's why you should call on us today. First Security, bank better.
Insurance policies can be confusing. Oftentimes you settle for the minimum coverage required without considering what truly needs to be protected. At American Safeguard Insurance, our job is to make sure you understand exactly what you need. We'll help protect your assets and get you the best price so you have peace of mind when it matters most. Whether it's actively looking for savings or gaps in coverage, we forge personal relationships necessary to give you confidence that you're covered no matter what the situation. Don't wait for the worst-case scenario to find out if you're covered. Experience more coverage, more savings, and more service with American Safeguard Insurance.
What do you do when you have electrical problems? Need new electrical installation? Or need to add security and datacom to your home or office? I tell you what I do. I call Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom, a family-owned and ran business with over 70 years combined experience, specializing in residential, commercial, and industrial service. No matter the job, how big or small, just give them a call at 501-679-3393. Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom. They'll keep the lights on.
Hey guys, this is Freeman Collier with Collier Roofing. We're a locally owned roofing contractor. We do residential and commercial roofing. We do shingles, metal, and seamless gutters. If there's a project that you'd like an estimate on, please give our office a call at 501-733-5163. We look forward to helping you.
Dang, bro. Mama!
Delicious, no?
Come on! What the?
Fat Burger. We have confirmation that it's a giant fat burger over the city. Civilians have been asked to grab napkins and shelter at their dining tables.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank all of our sponsors for their continued support. First Security Bank, American Safeguard Insurance, Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom, Steak and Shake, Collier Roofing, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Bleacher Bling, John Simone Bank of England, Chef Lynn's, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Oxygen 8 Hyperbarics, and the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier.
When you bank with First Security, you're choosing real support for you and for our home state. So friends, families, and fellow Arkansans find better solutions together. It's another way First Security helps Arkansas bank better. And it's why you should call on us today. First Security, bank better.
Need insurance for health, life, or business? Know that American Safeguard Insurance has the Greenbrier community well taken care of. That's because we're committed to bringing you rates that fit your budget and coverage that gives you and your family peace of mind. So if you need fast, personal service from an experienced team that's ready to take care of you, remember that you've got a friend right down the street. American Safeguard Insurance. Call us to get more coverage, more savings, and more service today.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank all of our sponsors for their continued support. First Security Bank, American Safeguard Insurance, Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom, Steak and Shake, Collier Roofing, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Bleacher Bling, John Simone Bank of England, Chef Lynn's, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Oxygen 8 Hyperbarics, and the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier.
And we're back here inside John Hawks Memorial Field, about 5.5 minutes away from kickoff as the seniors head to midfield to the coin toss. Matt, I'm JB Brazil alongside me, Matt McJunkins. Matt, we got a good one on hand.
Man, I am so pumped up. You know, I was telling you, I've been excited about all these games, but tonight I am just fired up.
Yeah, you are. You know, you look at this game coming in tonight. We've talked about this. Wynne is 10-1. Their only loss came in the last game of the season against the Nettleton team, who stayed undefeated. They won the 5A East. Wynne is the second-place team in the 5A East. The winner of this game heads on to play either PA or Magnolia. The loser's season comes to an end. Obviously, if you're Greenbrier in this magical season, you'd like to see it continue.
I tell you what, JB, I want to be home next week against the Bruins.
Pulaski's a good one. But I'll tell you, we got someone at hand right now in the Wynne Yellowjackets. You got to take care of business first. And I want to mention this, for some of these guys, depending on how the outcome goes, might be the last game that they ever play on Panther Field here.
100%.
Jacob Mathis heading to to midfield rather, and Garrett Lee, the senior for the Wynne Yellowjackets, will be at midfield as well to handle the coin toss. The Wynne Yellowjackets coming out of the field house, go to the sideline. They're getting set for kickoff. Wynne coming into tonight. They've got the road whites with the navy blue and gold trim. Greenbrier with the home
all blue.
That's
baby.
right. With a little bit of the white and gray trim.
And that is a royal blue, might I add.
The royal Greenbrier blue. That's right. Their home jerseys, the royal blue, Greenbrier blue with the white and gray trim.
Got Jacob Mathis out there calling it up.
And Garrett Lee. Lee's the senior. Mathis is senior. One of those two guys, it'll be their last time playing high school football.
We got 22 seniors right here, right in front of us as captains. That every game they come out here from now on is the potential to be the last if they don't.
That's just right.
They don't win.
The scare last week against Maumelle. Mathis is talking to the head ref. It looks like Greenbrier won the toss. And we'll see what the call is. Greenbrier won the toss. They chose to kick it away to Wynne, and so Wynne will get the football first to start the football game.
Hey, let me tell you, I love seeing our defense coming out here first. Try to go out there and take the ball away from them and get this offense on the field.
Jacob Mathis and Cooper Wilcox with the handshakes there on the big screen. Those are two seniors that are not wanting their season to come to an end tonight.
And, if we can go out there and get the ball back and score first, then we know we got the ball at the half.
Boy, this is the most exciting part of the night for me. I tell you, the lights are off.
Oh, yeah.
The strobe lights begin as these Greenbrier Panthers open to come out of the Panther Head for what will be hopefully not the last time this year.
Just another game, man.
That's right. The strobe lights are off. The smoke's coming out in front of the Panther Head. The lights are off.
The fans' phone lights are on.
There's about 7 or 8 Wynne fans with their flashlights, phones on as well. The whole student section's waving back and forth. The lights are on for them. And, boy, it's an exciting night of football, Matt. Coming into this one, it's the quarterfinals. I don't know the last time Greenbrier's made it to the semis. If they win tonight, I'm not certain when it is. It hasn't been in a long while, though, I'll tell you that.
It certainly hasn't been as 12-0.
No, that's right. And so this has implications for this Greenbrier team to make history.
We win this game tonight, it will be the most successful Greenbrier team in history.
Wow. As they march out onto the field, Preston Riddle with the Greenbrier flag. He'll hold it running in, coming out of the Panther Head. And Jacob Mathis with the American flag. These seniors and these Panthers are ready to rumble as we're about 25 seconds away from kickoff. The Wynne Yellowjackets will get the football first, and we are just about set for the football game. A reminder, there's only 8 teams left here in the 5A state playoffs. There will be 4 left after tonight. The winner will play either Magnolia or Pulaski Academy.
That's right. And if we win the night, whoever it is on the other side will have to come here to
play at home.
John Hodge Memorial Field.
We're banking on that. We're certainly hoping for it. Greenbrier with, look, is that the throwback helmets?
Boy, it is a different helmet, isn't it?
It's the old G. I think it is a throwback.
Oh, I love it. Hey, I got to run over here real quick to the middle, and I'll be right back.
Sure. Sounds good. Well, here we go. Wynne, the Yellowjackets getting set out on the field. They're getting ready to return the football. Carl Washington will be back deep for the Yellowjackets, as well as Alonzo Holmes and Michael Thompson. I do believe that's correct. Thompson, Holmes, and Washington. I'm sorry, that's not Thompson. That's Demarius Mangrum. So it's Mangrum, Washington, and Holmes will be back deep as Bradley Turnage and the Panthers are just about set to kick the football away. Turnage snaps, claps his hands. The team spreads, and here we go. Turnage about to set to kick the football away, and we're just about set for football. Holmes, Mangrum, and Washington back deep to receive the kick. Turnage approaches the football, and we're underway. The ball will be kicked out of bounds around the 20-yard line. That'll be a kick catch out of bounds penalty, and Wynne will start the football game at their own 35-yard line.
Not surprised to see that, JB. Probably a pre-planned decision right there. We know they're fast and physical, and we're not going to give them any opportunities to expose us outside and get downfield on us.
Wynne will start at their own 35-yard line, middle of the field. Kobe Davis is the tailback for them, number 26. He's only a sophomore, but he leads the team in rushing. John Watson, a sophomore quarterback. This team runs the ball a ton, and we're expecting to see that tonight as they run the flex bone. Greenbrier will start out in what appears to be a three-man front. Looks like a 3-4 defense. And here we go. Watson will be under center. Moves the man in motion. He gets a snap. Gives it off to his tailback up the middle. Not much. Well, now he lunges forward to the 40. Looked like they'd slowed him down, but Davis lunges for 5, and it brings up second down and 5 yards to go. A good hard run there from Kobe Davis, the sophomore. Greenbrier corralled it, but hey, the second effort was big there for the Wynne Yellowjackets, and that's what allowed him to get 5.
Yeah, Jake Hargrave got in on the play early and wrapped him up, and good effort by that tailback, or actually that fullback, to get that extra yardage.
Watson under center. They got a single receiver split to the left side. Bunch formation out of the flex bone. They're going to give it off to Davis again up the middle. Not a whole lot there. They'll give him maybe 3 yards to, looks around the 38-yard line, and it brings up third down and short.
Yeah, they tried to pound it up the middle again, which you expect to see that if they got 5 on the first down. Now they're in a position where they've got to try to pick up this first.
Third down, and they're actually going to give him 3 yards, or only going to give him 2 yards to the 37-yard line. This is a big third down for Wynne. We'll see what they've got in their back pocket. Watson and the team looking at the wristbands. They've got the signal, the calls on there. Watson under center. Single receiver split to both the left and right sides. They move a man in motion. They're going to play action. A little option read left side. Loose football. Greenbrier might have the football.
We do. Jacob Mathis has got it.
And indeed they do. Wynne Greenbrier forcing the turnover. Wynne did something they did not want to do early, and that was turn the football over.
JD, I'm going to tell you, or JB, I just got you, JD, that excitement. Hey, let me tell you, this is exactly what we talked about in the pregame. If you will play your position, play your assignment, man-to-man, and that's what caused the fumble right there.
That is exactly right. Staying with the assignment. The option play just couldn't handle it. Greenbrier's got the football for the first time tonight. Cooper Wilcox out onto the field for our Panthers. Will be in the shotgun formation.
Spread it out.
Trips to the left side. Twin receivers split into the boundary. Wilcox gets a snap. Quick screen pass to the left side. Inside the 35-yard line to around the 33-yard line. That's a good hard run there for our Panthers. About a 5-yard gain, and it brings up second down and 5. They might have given him 6 yards there.
Yeah, I think so, JB. Good pitch and catch over there to Jacob. He does a good job of getting upfield. Now we're looking at 2nd and 4 to move this chain.
After the turnover, Greenbrier with a nice 6-yard reception. Greenbrier trying to move up the field again. Shotgun for Wilcox, twin setback. They're going to give it off to Hewitt. He cuts back middle of the field. He gets out around the 30, maybe the 31. They're going to call him the 31-yard line. That's only about a 2-yard, maybe a yard carry, and it brings up third down and short.
Well, JB, right here, it's 3rd and 3, but we are definitely in 2-down territory, or 4-down.
That's right. Yeah. We're going to play at least 2 more. Third down and 2. 9:50 to go in the opening quarter. Clock rolling after the turnover. Shotgun for Wilcox. Now he draws the hard count, looks to the sideline. Twin receivers split to both the left and right sides. Hewitt's in the backfield with it. Wilcox, now he's ready. From the gun, gets a snap. Play action, screen pass over to Mathis. He's hitting the backfield, and they're going to bring him down around the 34. I thought there was a flag, but it looks like it was a mouthpiece. And Wynne blew that play up. Mathis tried to get away, couldn't do it. Now it brings up 4th down and long.
Yeah, we're 4th and 4 right here. We're in a comfortable position for this team right here. We just got to move it past the chains. We can't mess around. They're too athletic, too fast to give an opportunity to give an open space tackle.
We got a good spot there. I thought he blew it up a little further back. Great. 4th and 4. Greenbrier's going to go for it out of this 3-man front for Wynne. Drawing the hard count. Now he gets a snap, and Greenbrier jumped early. Greenbrier jumped early, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 9 now. Wynne runs their defense. They run out of a 3-3-5. That's 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and then 5 defensive backs. And they've got 3 really good linebacker core, let me tell you.
We just got to find somebody downfield right here, JB.
4th and 9. Greenbrier's going for it. Look for Wynne to blitz. They show it a little bit. They got 3-man front. Shotgun for Wilcox, gets the snap. They're only going to bring 3, and the pocket collapses quickly, and Wynne forces the turnover on downs.
If we can't block 3 men with our entire offensive line, it's going to be a long night.
And Wynne forcing the turnover on downs. Both teams switched turnovers. One was a fumble. That one's a 4-play out drive. Wynne will have the football. They'll have it in a better position than they did when they turned the football over.
We've got to block better than that, JB. I mean, they had 2 guys coming after our quarterback, and we had literally no pressure but the 3 men front.
Well, there we go. The flex bone here. Under center, Watson. He gets a snap. He's going to give it off. Nope. Little pitch play to the outside edge. Cutting back around the 40. Cuts inside. He'll get out to around the 45-yard line. 3-yard run there. That was Alonzo Holmes with the carry.
I thought we might get a block in the back out there.
Yeah. 2nd down and 7. I tell you, that turnover on downs was big. Wynne played it with intense defense, and they forced the stop. 2nd down and 7. 8:38 to go here in the opening quarter. Clock is stopped momentarily.
Eli Weaver was right there to get him in the backfield. He just committed to the tackle a little too quick.
Watson under center. They'll move Holmes in motion. They're going to go option play. Not much there at all. And as a matter of fact, he might have lost a half yard. Gabe Rowe and Hardgrave were all over that one. Brings up 3rd down and long now for the Yellowjackets.
JB, I know that they're a 99% running team, but at some point you gotta expect them to try to chunk it here.
No doubt about it. 3rd down and long now here. Greenbrier needs a big stop. Wynne, again, they're looking at their play sheet on their arms, trying to make a play here. Watson from under center with single receivers split to both the left and right sides. They move a man in motion. They're going to give it on an end around up the middle. He's not going to have the first down. They're going to down him around the 48-yard line. It brings up 4th down and 5, and now Wynne's got to make a decision. Are they going to punt or try to go for it?
I would imagine they'll punt the football, but I've been wrong before.
Do you trust your defense who stopped it? Looks like Wynne might be going for it, man. On 4th down and about 4 with 7:40 to go.
Coming from their perspective, they did just stop our offense.
Sure did. 4th and 4. This is a big 4th down. Bunch formation. They got it all tight. Watson under center. Now they look to the sideline. Might be changing the play. Might have been trying to draw them off sides.
Yeah, I think they were. But
looks like they want a timeout. Wynne's going to call a timeout with 7:21 to go in the opening quarter. We'll be right back. You're watching GPSN, the Road to War Memorial 5A State Playoffs. We'll be right back.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank all of our sponsors for their continued support. First Security Bank, American Safeguard Insurance, Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom, Steak and Shake, Collier Roofing, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Bleacher Bling, John Simone Bank of England, Chef Lynn's, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Oxygen 8 Hyperbarics, and the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier.
Out of the timeout. Wynne is going to indeed punt the football away. Miles Miller with his feet back at his own 16-yard line. Punts away. It's a wobbly kick. It'll take a bounce at the 26-yard line. Miller will let it roll, and it'll die at the 21.
All right. Hey, great job by the defense. That's 2 3 and outs.
That's where Wynne will down the football with 7:12 to play in the opening quarter, and Greenbrier will have the football now. Their second possession of the game. Greenbrier with a nice defensive stop there on the punt. For the most part, Wynne really offensively hasn't got anything going. But their defense on that first drive, they shut down Greenbrier pretty good. They did a good job of containing that.
We have got to provide protection up front. And we've got the guys that can do it, but we're going to have to.
With a 3-man front on that 4th and long, you're right. Wynne just came in and just whipped the front line. The battle will be in the trenches here early, and Greenbrier trying to get some momentum. Wilcox will be in the shotgun formation, actually a pistol formation with Hewitt in the backfield, tight formation, single receiver to the left side. Low snap. They're going to give it off to Hewitt right side. Trying to bounce to the edge, breaks a tackle. It gets out to the 24-yard line. That's about a 3-yard carry, and it brings up 2nd down and 7.
That's a good first down game right there.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you, Greenbrier, this Wynne team is not giving up many big plays running the ball at all.
It looked like they stretched it out to about 4 yards. They gave us a little more than I thought.
Pistol formation for Wilcox. Tight bunch to the left. To the right, single receiver left side. They're going to give it off to Hewitt again. Bounces to the outside edge. He's across the 30 to around the 32-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down. Big run from Hewitt. Greenbrier moves the sticks.
That's what we've got to do. We've got a guy hurting a little bit right here. I hope it's not anything major.
Oh, boy, Greenbrier's got a player down. That might be
Is that Dustin? Yeah, I think it's Dustin.
Oh, goodness. Hall is down on the field. Tell you what, we're going to take a break while they tend to dust, and we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Need insurance for health, life, or business? Know that American Safeguard Insurance has the Greenbrier community well taken care of. That's because we're committed to bringing you rates that fit your budget and coverage that gives you and your family peace of mind. So if you need fast, personal service from an experienced team that's ready to take care of you, remember that you've got a friend right down the street. American Safeguard Insurance. Call us to get more coverage, more savings, and more service today.
He's up. We hope he's okay.
Dustin Hall is out, and that's a big one, man. Number 50 comes in for Greenbrier to replace him, I do believe. Shotgun formation, Wilcox after the first down. They're going to play action, screen pass to Nixon to the outside edge. Complete, bobbled across the 40, down the sideline. He's got some room across midfield. He's hit a little bit late. No flag. No flag comes in. They'll down him out of bounds to the 47-yard line, though. Great pitch and catch there to Reed Nixon.
Now, I was told today that they may lead the state in personal fouls.
I believe that's Asher Ruppel that came in for Dustin Hall. Shotgun Wilcox, screen pass again to Nixon, trying to get to the edge. He's across the 41 man to beat, cuts it to the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's another big run for Reed, and I tell you, we knew he can play football. He can make a catch, no problem.
We said it pregame. Look for Reed Nixon to be very involved.
But it's the YAC, the yards after the catch, where Nixon's proven big.
Oh, absolutely. And, I kind of mentioned beforehand that he's not going to be a big-time yards after catch, but he's proven me wrong.
Shotgun for Wilcox. Gets a snap, gives to Hewitt left side. Trying to get to the edge. He's inside the 25. He'll be hit down around the 22-yard line. That's about a 3-yard carry, and it brings up 2nd down and 7.
Big game, big game. Now, did we move somebody over to play center?
Yeah, we did. I don't think Asher Ruppel's playing the center spot.
He may be playing guard.
Is that Wynneberry's?
Is that Wynneberry? Yeah.
Wynneberry it's playing center. Shotgun for Cooper Wilcox. Twin receivers split to both the left and right sides. Now they're going to move Dawson Spencer into the boundary. Wilcox going to QB keep right side, trying to get to the edge. He'll get to the 20, and that'll be about it. We'll see where they rule him out of bounds. They're going to call it right around the 20, maybe the 21-yard line. That'll be about a yard carry, and it brings up 3rd down and 6.
Man, they're going to mark it at the 21.
Yep, 3rd down and 6. Wilcox looks to the sideline. Hey, give Wynne credit. They've tried to keep Greenbrier from getting to the edge, and they've done a great job of containing Wilcox. 3rd and 6. Wilcox from the gun. Twins to both the left and right sides. Hewitt's in the backfield. Wilcox is trying to draw the hard count. Now he looks back to the sideline. Wynne with the 3-man front. They got that 3-3-5 defense. Wilcox waiting on the snap from the gun. Gets the snap. Play action. Looking to pass. Now he's in trouble. He'll just have to throw it to the sideline.
Oh, man.
Incomplete at the 15-yard line.
Good catch by Reed Nixon. I guess he didn't quite have his feet in.
And now the question is, do you go to Bradley Turnage to try to kick a field goal, or do you try to go for it here on 4th and 6? I'll tell you, the problem has been Wynne rushed 3, and they came in and blew up the play.
We're going to send in our field goal team, and that's one thing about this field goal team that you always feel confident putting them out there.
No doubt about it. From the 21-yard line, this will be about a 34-yarder from Bradley Turnage. Ball will be on the right hash. Wynne with the tight bunch trying to block it. Here we go. The snap's down. The hold's down. The kick is up. Does it have the distance? It does, but the kick was to the right.
Is it right?
Turnage missed it to the right. He pushed it, and it brings Wynne onto the field after forcing the field goal missed.
The difference in this game right now, we have got to maintain our drives. We've got to extend the drives and get the ball in the end zone.
How about Reed Nixon on a couple of big plays?
Huge, and I expect to see that all night long.
Wynne's done a good job defensively of containing the run. They really haven't allowed Greenbrier any big runs. It's been the outside edge when Nixon's made a couple of big plays. So after the turnover, flexbone formation for Wynne and the Yellowjackets. Watson will be under center. He's got Davis in the backfield with him. Single receiver split to both the left and right sides. They'll give it off to Davis up the middle. Not much there, maybe 3. Second down and 7. Hey, and I'll tell you, roll at the 23-yard line.
Look back to 3-yard gain.
A 3-yarder. 2.5.
Well, he leaped out and got a little more.
Second down and a long 7, short 8, with 4:50 to go in the opening quarter. Neither team has scored just yet. It's been a battle of the defenses thus far. Watson under center again. Tight bunch this time. They move a man in motion. Play action, going to pass. Looking deep over the middle, wobbly pass. Bernard, he picked, nearly picked it off.
Hey, let me say, that was a great play by that receiver to pull that ball out of Matthew Bernard's hands.
That was Javian Wilson. He saved a pick there. Bernard was all over it, nearly picked it off, but Wilson swatted it away, and you're right. Great coverage there by Bernard, but a great job by Wilson to knock it away.
And I tell you what, JB, that makes it 3rd and long, and that's tough on a team that likes that is a flexbone team.
Wynne looking for a big play here. Tight bunch formation again. Watson from under center. He gets a snap. Little end around, trying to get to the edge. He's inside, cuts the 25 to 30. He's got the first down and more. Out across the 40 to the 42-yard line. That was Carl Washington. He's a big runner for them, and he busted for a big play.
Just a good run.
Hey, Washington got to the outside edge. That's what they're going to try to do, is get to the edge and make the big plays. Clock rolling with 4:22 to go. They'll go tight bunch again. They'll move a receiver into the open side. That's Javian Wilson. Single receiver into the boundary. Under center again, Watson. Davis in the backfield. They move Holmes to the left side. Davis up the middle. He gets out across the 45 to the 47-yard line. That's a 4-yard carry, and it brings up 2nd down and 6.
Now, where you got to really watch out, and there's not a lot you can do about it other than stopping them, is just letting your defense get worn down.
That's right. 3:50 to go, opening quarter. Clock continuing to roll. 2nd down and 6 for Wynne.
Well, they are way off the ball.
They line up way behind the ball. Watson gets a snap. They're going to give it off. No, yeah, it is to Davis. He will not get a lot. They'll give him the 49 to the 50-yard line. That's about a 3-yard carry this time. They give him the 49. Man, he got a good spot again, and it brings up 3rd down and short.
Wow, they give him a great spot.
It's about 2 yards shy. 3rd and 2 with 3:20 to go in the opening quarter.
I really question that, them being on the line of scrimmage when they're lined up like that. I mean, that is technically not on the line of scrimmage.
They get the snap, got a good push. Watson, QB, keep up the middle. Loose football. Greenbrier's got it. Greenbrier got the football. That's a turnover there for Wynne. That was Preston Riddle who ripped it out and took it away.
We almost cut loose and took off with it.
Boy, Wynne with another costly turnover. I'm telling you right now, that's going to have to catch up to him if you're Greenbrier. Keep forcing the turnovers.
You've got to make them pay for it. Now, I like on a turnover, I like to go deep. Hit them in the mouth. Go for the jugular right here.
Well, Greenbrier forces the turnover. They'll get the football back. Greenbrier's 0 for 2. They've turned the ball over on downs, and they've missed a field goal. Wynne, on the other hand, is 0 for 3. They fumbled it twice and punted it. Again, it's been the battle of the defenses. Wilcox out onto the field now. He's in shotgun formation, empty setback. Trips to the right side, single receiver to the left. From the gun, he gets it, going to keep. Trying to get to the edge. And he'll be hitting the backfield. He'll lose a yard, maybe 2, to the 46.
We're going to have a real tough time trying to get the edge on them. They're just going to be too fast. We're going to have to play between the tackles and downfield.
Their defense, we talked about it. They've got a good defense. They improving a little bit here now. 2nd down and 11. Ball will be on the right hash. Eli Weaver coming into the game now, and Hewitt's going to take a seat. Good to see Weaver. We didn't see him on the offensive side of the ball last week at all.
None. Yeah.
Good to see him here. In the backfield with Wilcox. Trips to the right in the boundary. Single receiver left side. Wilcox going to give it off to Weaver right side. He's got some room, cuts it. There's a flag going to go, and that's going to probably be a hold. Well, that's not what you want in this situation, and indeed it is going to be a hold. Now it's going to bring up 2nd down and 21.
That is a sign of them getting outside of us and us reaching and grabbing. We've got to get them. We've got to block them at the point of contact.
Well, one thing's for certain. Wynne's defensive line has come in. They played hard. They've been tough to handle.
It's going to be 3rd and 10.
So they're going to decline the holding penalty. It brings up 3rd down and 11, and quite honestly, not a bad move for Wynne, but their defense has really done a good job of stopping them.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 9.
Correction will be 3rd down and 9.
3rd down and around, they'll call it a short 10, a long 9. With Weaver in the backfield, Wilcox from the gun. Twins to both the left and right sides. Wynne's got a 3-man front. Wilcox the snap, gonna throw. He's in trouble. Hit as he throws. Complete to Reed Nixon. That's a 1st down. A curl route down the sideline. Reed Nixon, cash money. Greenbrier moves the sticks, and Reed's been the lone man getting the 1st downs today.
You know, JB, I've said it all year long. The kid is automatic catching the football.
He was automatic right there. Nixon with a big 1st down when Greenbrier needed it. And I'll tell you, even if he didn't have the 1st down, you imagine we were probably going to go for it.
We're in position to get the short yardage.
But Nixon makes it easy. Easy decision now. 1st and 10 at the 44 of Wynne. They've got a 3-man front again. They really haven't blitzed much. They move Weaver in motion. He goes left side, trying to get to the edge. Inside the 40, 35, 30. He's got the 1st down. They're going to rumble him down to the 29-yard line. That's a big 15-yard run from Weaver. And, boy, he's a huge shot in the arm after we missed him last week on the offensive side of the ball.
He's a great athlete, and that's the kind of player you got to get in this ball game.
1:20 to go in the opening quarter. Ball's in the left hash at the 29. Shotgun for Wilcox. They're going to give it off. No play action. Weaver looking for a screen. Wilcox gets to the edge. He's inside the 25-yard line. They hit him late out of bounds. Or I said not out of bounds. They hit him. I did not mean
forced him out of bounds.
That's right. That's right. It wasn't a late hit.
No.
At the 25-yard line. That's a good 4.5-yard gain, and it brings up 2nd down and around 6.
Yeah, you just got to pound this defense, pound it, and just wear them down. I mean, they're good. We knew that coming into it.
Really, really good. They're not 10-1 for no reason.
Sure.
Shotgun for Wilcox. Clock stops because he's pushed out of bounds. 1:07 to go. Twins to both the left and right sides. Wilcox from the gun. Play action going to throw to the outside edge, complete to Nixon, trying to beat his man. Cuts back inside the 25. He'll be pushed out of bounds around the 21. How about Reed Nixon tonight? Boy, he's making big plays, isn't he?
He came to play. It gets us a 3rd and short. You know, we're looking at, what, three yards here?
And on a ball where even Wilcox knew he didn't throw it the way he wanted to.
Right,
Nixon
right.
went and made a play. 3rd down and about 2. 58 seconds to go. From the gun, Wilcox. Screen pass again, Nixon. He's going to have the 1st down the sideline, inside the 15. They'll rule him out of bounds at the 14-yard line.
But that moves the chains, JB.
Moves the sticks. Greenbrier's knocking on the door. They're in the red zone. And I'll tell you, they've been this way a couple times, but, hey, Wynne's defense has come up big when they've needed to. And I'll tell you, Greenbrier's had success in that screen play to Nixon.
Yeah, it's getting them just what they need. You know, it's not going to get you a touchdown in one blast, but it will move those chains.
Pistol formation for Wilcox. Weaver's set back behind it. They're going to give it off to Weaver. Up the middle now, he bounces outside. Inside the 10, inside the 5. They push him out of bounds.
Maybe
around
the 2.
The 4.
Oh, 4.
He'll have looks like close to the 1st down. It should be 1st and goal.
Should be one, yeah.
And indeed it will be. 1st and goal, Greenbrier. They are knocking on the door.
Now's where you like to see maybe Cooper or Eli, either one, just take it, tuck it, and go.
And protect the football. Bunch formation. Hewitt's in the backfield. They give it to Hewitt. No. Yeah, they do, and he's blown up. Hitting the backfield, he might have lost 2 or 3.
And, you know, if we'd have kept it on the left side, it was open. They just guessed right. You know, they guessed right.
They were playing up the middle. Boy, they're going to see. They're going to spot him at the 6. It's about a 2-yard loss. Hey, give Wynne credit. Their front line blew that play up. And you're right. They guessed right. That's what you do in those situations. You play a guessing game in a lot of ways. Shotgun formation for Wilcox. Trips to the left side. Single receiver to the right. From the gun, he gets the snap. Wilcox trying to keep it. Cuts up the middle. He'll get down to the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
Brings up 3rd down and goal.
That's going in the quarter.
Wow. First quarter's going to come to an end. Fellows, we are scoreless after 1. You're listening to GPSN, the Road to War Memorial 5A State Playoffs. We'll be right back.
When you bank with First Security, you're choosing real support for you and for our home state. So friends, families, and fellow Arkansans find better solutions together. It's another way First Security helps Arkansas bank better. And it's why you should call on us today. First Security. Bank better.
Well, scoreless after one, and we knew it was going to be a close one.
You know, but not like we thought. We thought it'd be high scoring.
We sure did.
And it's still early.
No, it is. A lot can change with 3 quarters left. Both of these teams, have played a lot of good football here of late. But ball will be at the 5-yard line, 3rd down and goal, and Greenbrier needs a big play here on 3rd and goal. Question is, if you don't get it in here, do you kick a field goal or do you go try to punch it in? Probably depends on how this play goes.
Well, you would think that we'd be automatic right here from the field goal. So, in a scoreless game, the way your defense is playing, you kind of want to go get the points. But especially that it means they would have stopped you 3 times inside the 5.
I guarantee you, if you don't get it inside the 5 here, you're going to kick a field goal. If you bounce it and get close to the goal line, you might try to punch it in. 3rd down and goal for Greenbrier. Wilcox will be in the pistol formation. Hewitt in the backfield with him. Twins to the left, single receiver to the boundary. Wilcox the snap, play action for the end zone. Jacob Mathis, touchdown Greenbrier. Mathis in the back of the end zone, and Greenbrier strikes first. 6-0 on the 5-yard reception to Mathis, and Greenbrier's on the board.
Coop got hit pretty hard on that one. He's hurting a little bit, but he's coming off.
Well, I tell you, that's one of those plays where when they're expecting the run, the play action worked to perfection.
It did, and he made a great pass even though he was getting hit. Hey, let me tell you, I'm just excited we're in the end zone.
Against a really good Wynne defense, that's for sure. Bradley Turnage on to attempt the extra point.
Coop is beat up a lot last week.
The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good from Turnage, and he has stayed perfect this year, 66 in a row. What were you saying about Coop?
He got beat up pretty good last week. He's just such a darn tough fighter.
No, he is.
Just hoping that he's not, hurting too bad right now. I'm a little curious. It wasn't a late hit as far as being there, but he didn't slow up after the throw. And that's what I'm a little curious about. I think that's what Coach Tribb wants to know right now on the sidelines talking to the referee.
Sure. The tough thing about those a lot of times, I think, it's so hard to figure out what, it's kind of a gray area sometimes of figuring out, hey, was that actually, did he drive through him after the play was over? Yeah. As it stands, Greenbrier's on the board, and I tell you, I'm feeling great now after that touchdown. After Wynne's defense has been just tough to deal with. They
have been. It's good to see his brother Cannon's down there on the sidelines checking on him.
It'll be Mangrum, Washington, and Holmes back deep to receive the kicks for the Yellowjackets. Turnage approaches the football. And he'll kick it to the left side. That's going to be a Holmes. He'll let it hit the 20. Got to pick it up. He will. He's inside. Well, it's crossed the 20-yard line. That's it. They blew him up at the 21. Or blew it up, blew up the play.
Well, if you could design it to work like that every time, it'd be perfect.
Unfortunately,
it doesn't always work like that.
Doesn't always work that way.
We saw it happen in Bologna where we got the bounce just right and it went over the back his head and we got the ball.
That's right. In the very next kickoff,
he ran it back.
98 yards.
The same type kickoff too.
Yeah.
We just need the defense to continue to play the way they are.
Watson playing for the flex bone. They got single receivers to both the left and right sides. That's Carshawn Washington and Demarius Mangrum. Both of those are excellent athletes for the Yellowjackets. Kobe Davis in the backfield. They're going to pitch it to the outside edge to Carl Washington. Trying to get to the edge. Great containment. He bounces out to the 25-yard line. About a 4-yard run, but Shannon Howard did a great job.
He actually stepped out of bounds a little quicker than that.
They're going to call him out at the 24-yard line. Wow, good containment
there
from
Howard. That was a great job by Hart to not give up the outside. He slowed him up just enough.
Yeah, it's Hart. I'm sorry, I said Howard. Yep, you're exactly right. Watson will be under center now with 11:47 to play until halftime. Greenbrier's up 7-0. It's been a battle of the defense. Even on that drive, Greenbrier had some struggles trying to punch it in.
Yes.
Watson under center. He gets a snap. Play action, and a pitch play to the outside edge, and Greenbrier blew it up. Was that Eli Weaver?
Yes, it is.
Was. Eli read it perfectly. He drills him in the backfield. And Cardarian Washington loses a couple. Now it's 3rd down and 11. And if you're Wynne,
if we can keep up from giving up the big 3 and 4 yards up the middle, they're going to have a tough time of getting it outside on us as long as we continue to play fly to the football defense.
3rd down and 11. Watson. They move Carl Washington over to the left side into the slot.
And they're looking at that receiver on the opposite side because he's got a size advantage on Hart.
That's Javian Wilson. Wilson at the top of your screen. They've got Demarius Mangrum at the bottom. They're trying to run it up. 2 seconds. They got to snap the ball quickly, and they're not going to be able to do it. Wynn's going to have to call a timeout with 11 minutes to play until halftime. Greenbrier's up 7-0. You're watching the GPSN Road to War Memorial 5A State Playoffs. We'll be right back.
Insurance for health, life, or business. Know that American Safeguard Insurance has the Greenbrier community well taken care of. That's because we're committed to bringing you rates that fit your budget and coverage that gives you and your family peace of mind. So if you need fast, personal service from an experienced team that's ready to take care of you, remember that you've got a friend right down the street. American Safeguard Insurance. Call us to get more coverage, more savings, and more service today.
Onto the timeout. It'll be 3rd and long, and we've talked about this, the mismatch at the top of your screen, Javian Wilson and Jackson Hart.
Yeah, it's just a size advantage they have. And you know, nothing against Jackson. He plays the position extremely well. We just have to make sure that we've got double coverage over there if indeed they do run a fly route.
The safety Howard switched to the outside edge as well. They've got Mangrum at the bottom of your screen. Twin receivers to the left, single receiver boundary. Watson moves the man in motion. He's going to pass. Pocket, he's got time. He airs it out. For a 1st down, it's going to be incomplete. Jackson Hart with a great defense on Wilson. Now it's 4th and long, and Wynn's going to have to punt the football.
And that's just what we talked about. We just talked about it.
We sure did. Hey, and if you're Wynne, that's what you want to do. Watson just threw it up, trying to make a play, and you wanted the jump ball. Wilson and Harper on it. Wilson just couldn't come down with it. And Tom Owens, the junior, will be on to punt the football away for Wynne with 10:55 to play until halftime.
Hey, watch on this special teams from now on. That was Parker Roberts that made the play on the special teams a while ago on the kickoff. He's a freshman.
Wow, Parker Roberts. That's awesome. Looking to punt the football away is Tom Owens. For Wynne, the snap is a good one. The punt is away from Owens. Good punt. Wow, nice tight spiral. Miller will take it back at his own 40. Cuts back, he's inside, trying to get to the 45. They'll rule him down at the 45. Hey, a good hard 4-yard return from Miles. And boy, what a great play. Hey, I'll tell you, those punts are tough to catch.
They are.
Balls in the air, and a lot of times you see guys muff them. Miles made it look easy.
And Miles can help you in any position. He helps you all over the field, and that's good to see him out there. You know, that's where we normally see Carter McElhaney. He's been explosive from that position. So it's good to see that Miles can come in there and take his place and continue to be effective.
1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Greenbrier done a great job on the defensive side of the ball. They scored on their last offensive possession, trying to do it again here. Pistol formation, Wilcox. Twins to the right, single receiver left. They're going to give it off to Hewitt up the middle. He lowers his shoulder, and he gets 2 yards to the 47-yard line. Not much there, and it's 2nd down and 8. And, hey, that front line, you mentioned it. Tyrell Johnson for Wynne. There's a couple others up there at the front as well that really wreaking havoc for the Yellowjackets. And Tyrell Johnson's been huge for them. He was in there in the midst of that one. They got Tyrell Johnson, Davian Logan as well. Shotgun Wilcox from the gun. Screen pass to Keaton Whitley, and then Greenbrier's going to lose 3, maybe 2 yards. Boy, that's a 3-yard loss, or excuse me, a 5-yard loss. Goodness gracious. Now it's 3rd down and 13.
Yeah, it's not Wilcox in there throwing the football.
Oh, it sure isn't.
Nope. Kane Griffin.
That's Kane Griffin.
3rd down
wow.
and 12 for Greenbrier.
That's not good.
So we got Dustin Hall and Cooper both out right now.
Boy, that's not what you want to see. Twin receivers to both the left and right sides. Kane Griffin from the gun. He gets a snap. He's looking to pass. They're bringing the blitz. Now he's flushed. Going to have to get rid of it. Pass will be complete at the 48-yard line. It'll be about a 5-yard reception. It's going to bring up 4th down and long, though.
Well, it's going to put us in
Wow, they said he didn't catch it.
Oh, wow. We're going to punt it then.
Nick Hewitt getting set to punt the football away. And I tell you, Wilcox being out, that's a blow.
Yeah, and Hall, he's hobbling on the sideline still, so he may be out for a while.
Hewitt getting set to punt the football away. Back deep for them, I believe that's Demarius Mangrum. Nice punt. It'll be wobbly. It'll bounce at the 28-yard line, roll down inside the 25 to the 22-yard line, and that is where Greenbrier will down at Nixon trying to scoop the ball. And
the Nixon, I love it.
That's a great move. Oh, he's a funny guy.
He is, man. I love watching him play football. I told his mom the other day, I said, every team needs a Rick Nixon. He's exciting to watch.
He really is. Well, Wynne will have the football 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line, but I tell you, with Wilcox and Destin Hall being out, that's a huge thing to look at. 3-man front for Greenbrier. With the flex bone option set up here for the Yellowjackets. Watson under center. They got a tight bunch formation with single receiver to the left. Watson moves a man in motion. That is Washington. They'll give it off to Jones up the middle. He'll get about 2 yards to the 26-yard line. Now they'll roll him down to the 25, and it brings up 2nd down and long. Greenbrier's done a good job of containing.
Number 40, Shannon Howard. Correction, number 28.
2nd down. They'll give about 8 yards to go. 9:03 to go until halftime clock rolling. 3-man front. Watson under center. The single receiver left, that's Wilson. They move Washington in motion. They're going to give it off to Jones up the middle, and that one's blown up. I think it looked like they just weren't sure what the play was.
He didn't have anywhere to go.
That was Davis.
Oh, yeah, he was hobbling, wasn't he?
Davis, oh, man, he might be.
I noticed it didn't look like he hit the hole hard, and
oh,
I guess
goodness.
He's hobbling a bit.
Kobe Davis.
We definitely had a lot of injury.
You know, he's a sophomore. It's a physical game out there. Davis is coming out. He's one of their leading rushers. He's a sophomore. Boy, Davis, you don't want to see that if you're Wynne. Hope that kid's okay. I mean, he's off on his own power, but that's not what you want to see. The injury bugs bit both teams here early. Is Watson looking to set up the play, 3rd down and 8. They're going to need a big 1st down here. Tight bunch with the single receiver to the left in the boundary. Watson moves a man in motion. They're going to keep it up the middle, Watson, and he is not going to get much, maybe 2 yards, and now it brings up 4th down and long, and a flag comes in. And that might be on Greenbrier.
We cannot do that. I don't know who it was on, but we cannot have that if that is indeed on us.
We're going to see the call. Wynne was clapping. I think it's on Greenbrier. Wynne seemed to think it was on Greenbrier, and the refs are discussing, and Greenbrier's defense is staying on the field, and it might be against Greenbrier. We got a personal foul against Greenbrier. It's going to be on Greenbrier. It's an automatic 1st down for Wynne. Costly penalty after you stopped him on 3rd down. They call a face mask?
I don't know. It looked like it was thrown after the play.
Yeah, it did. I think it was a personal foul on us. 8:18 to go. Clock rolling now after the penalty gives Wynne the 1st down at the 42-yard line. Not what you wanted to do after a big stop.
No, we need to force a turnover, JB.
They forced 2 of them already. Watson under center, gets the snap, gives it off up the middle. He breaks a tackle. He'll get down to the 50-yard line. That's about an 8-yard carry there. Timmy Watson, the senior, with the carry, and it brings up 2nd down and short. About an 8-yard carry there. Goodness gracious. Second down and 2, clock rolling, and this is it's been a weird game, hasn't it?
Yes.
Watson under center, single receivers to both the left and right sides. They move a man in motion, give it up the middle, 1st down and more. Boy, and I'll tell you right there, Preston Riddle saved a touchdown, or excuse me, Matthew Bernard saved a touchdown. He gets inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Great hard run for Timmy Watson, and after that penalty, Wynn's just come in, and it's been a huge shot in their arm.
And it's just what we talked about, you know, how they wear your defense down. We've got to stand strong right here.
Watson under center. Gets a snap. They'll give it off up the middle again. They'll get about 5 yards to the 34-yard line. Maybe 4 yards, and it brings up 2nd down and 6.
Handoff goes to number 7, Timmy Watson.
They're going to keep trying to pound it down the middle. As long as it's working, I'm sure.
6:55 to go until halftime. Clock rolling. Wynne's trying to tie the football game up. Greenbrier trying to stop him. Watson under center. Moves a man in motion. They'll give it off to Timmy Watson, and he is tripped up right at the line of scrimmage. He might have got back. Now he'll get back to the line, and that's it. And it brings up 3rd down and 6. Great stop there by the defensive front for Greenbrier, and with 6:30 to go until halftime. Clock rolling, 3rd down and 6. Greenbrier needs a big defensive stop right here.
You can figure they're probably in 4-down territory for this offense.
Sure, no doubt about it, especially needing a touchdown. Watson under center. They've got Timmy Watson in the backfield. Twins to the left side, single receiver right. They're going to give it off to Timmy Watson. Loose
balls on the ground. Balls on the ground.
Wynne jumped back on it.
He may have got it back.
Wynne jumped back on it, I do believe. The 32-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down and about 4, maybe 3 yards. Clock rolling with 5:58 to go.
That was number 7 on the carry, Timmy Watson.
That is the problem with the pound offense, is that sometimes that ball tends to pop out.
4th down and 4 with 5:45 to go.
Big 4th down.
Watson under center. That flex bone. They got single receivers to both the left and right sides. They move Holmes in motion. QB keep option outside to Holmes, nowhere to go, and Greenbrier eats it up. That's a turnover on downs. Got to be smart after the play. Don't do anything stupid. Greenbrier won't get. That's great. Great stop by Greenbrier.
How about this Greenbrier
Hey, Eli
defense?
Weaver coming in and blowing that up.
I'm gonna tell you, I'd be real cautious to run it on his side because he has just been out back there.
He's been all over.
Of course, you got Jacob Mathis on the other side, so it's not really, you don't really have anywhere to go.
5:30 to go until halftime. Greenbrier's got the football back, and Kane Griffin back out on the field for the Panthers.
Hopefully, Cooper can get whatever's going on with him, they can get figured out, and he's back. But right now, we've got Kane Griffin, and he's a capable quarterback back there.
Pistol formation for Griffin, the sophomore. Gets a snap. He's going to give it off to Hewitt up the middle. Nice run to the 40. He'll get down to the 41-yard line. That's about a 4-yard carry, and it brings up 2nd down and 6. Hey, we'll take it. Try to punch it in again here before halftime. How about it?
That's right.
I like it. Hey, Kane Griffin. A lot of times it takes a possession or two to kind of get in your groove.
Oh, sure.
Second possession for Griffin, looking to try to get into his groove a little bit. Hey, this is good because next year, him or Brooks is going to be the man.
That's right.
Griffin from the gun. Twins to the left, single receiver right side. Single setback. They're going to keep it right side, Griffin. He'll get about to the 42-yard line, about a yard carry, and it brings up 3rd down and 5.
And Kane Griffin can run the football. He's quick.
Sure can.
He's brought down by number 7, Timmy Watson.
3rd down and 5. 4:45 to go until halftime. Greenbrier needs a big 1st down right here. Empty setback. Griffin's going to throw it. Twins to the right, trips to the boundary.
Got to protect.
From the gun, he gets the snap. Looking to pass, screen pass Nixon. They might have been hit early. And they're not going to call the flag. There was no way Nixon could catch the ball as he was definitely hit early, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And boy, look at the replay. He was hit right here.
Yeah, he was hit before the ball ever got there. I'm not sure. Him being behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
not
right.
sure that it's illegal.
That's why I didn't. It's all, that's what I was thinking. I don't know if it is or isn't either. But Hewitt's going to punt the football away with 4:32 to go until halftime. He gets a snap. He punts the football away, and it'll take a hit inside the 35 and out of bounds around the 31-yard line. And that is where Wynne will set up shop on their 5th drive of the night. It's a low-scoring affair. 7-0 Greenbrier with 4:24 to go until halftime.
I'd really like to see us mix it up again with Nick Hewitt and Eli Weaver in the backfield. That was really effective when we did it in the scoring drive.
Watson, the QB, the sophomore for them. 2 sophomore quarterbacks out there. John Watson for Wynne, and Kane Griffin for our Panthers. They got single receivers split to both the left and right sides. Watson gets a snap, moves a man in motion, gets it off up the middle, and trying to push it forward. They'll bring it down around the 34-yard line. That's about a 3-yard carry, and it brings up 2nd down and 7. That again was Timmy Watson on the carry. We haven't seen Kobe Davis back in the game after he limped off.
Well, you know what we got to do right here defensively. Of course, we want the ball back, but we've got to keep the short runs because we've got 4 minutes left, and they've got to drop it downfield.
3:52 to go. Wynne only has 1 timeout also. Watson under center. 2nd and 7, gets a snap. He's going to give it off. No play action. Little pitch play to the outside edge. Flag's coming in.
Oh, yeah, that's coming back. That's coming back.
It's going to be on Wynne, and it'll push him back.
That's great. That's great.
He'll get out to around midfield, but it looks like it's coming back. Should be either a block in the back or a hold. There'll be a holding call against Wynne, and now it'll bring up second down and 17.
And I think you're right. It actually was looked like more of a block in the back because the defender was in front of him, and he pushed him.
Both of them are 10-yard penalties.
That's right. That's right.
So either one would work. It'll bring up second down and should be about 17.
We'll move it back to the 25.
Call the 25-yard line. So second down about 16. It was a spot foul. So.
Yep. Now, again, you got to be careful for that one-on-one over there on the other side, especially with the wide side of the field over there.
That's Wilson and Hart. Watson under center. Haven't seen him throw it a lot here of late. They move a man in motion. Going to give it off up the middle. They'll get to the 30-yard line. That's it. Third down and 11 coming up now after the 5-yard carry. And with 3:30 to go, Wynne going to need a big play here on third down and long. Watson, the QB, under center. They've got Carshawn Washington coming in to play the slot now tight formation. They're going to play it tight. Hey, might see a pass here too. Might see a little out route or something. Under center Watson. They got it bunched up. Get the snap. Give it off on an end around, trying to get to the edge. That's Carl Washington. He's not going to get much. Greenbrier, great pursuit. Throw him out of bounds at the 32-yard line, and now it brings up fourth down and about 8, and Wynne's going to punt the football away.
Look like Shannon Cooper there on the tackle. Good job, Shannon Cooper. I keep saying that. I know it's Shannon Cooper. That's why. Shannon Howard on the tackle does a great job coming across field to make that play.
Great defensive stop again, and Wynne once again will have to punt the football away. With 2:54 to play until halftime, Miles Miller will be back deep to receive the kick. And Tom Owens will punt the ball away for the Yellowjackets. Well, thank goodness Greenbrier scored that one time. Otherwise, we might be at a 3-0 ball game.
That's right. That's right.
Or scoreless, nonetheless. Yeah. Greenbrier's up 7-0. It's been only scoring was that 5-yard touchdown pass to Mathis. The snap is away. The punt's away here. And nice punt. Will take a hit. The 42 rolls inside the 35, inside the 30. And Wynne will down the football at the 24-yard line, and that's where Greenbrier will set up shop for their 5th possession of the game after the punt there from Wynne with 2:40 to go until halftime. I'd love to see Greenbrier punching it one more time before the half.
I'd love it too. I'd love it too. You know, we're in such a different position than we've been all year long. You know, you got your 2 biggest deep threats out of the game, the receiver, and your starting quarterback's out. So you got a sophomore quarterback in right now, and a sophomore receiver, and Miles isn't in right now, but you do have Reed Nixon, you've got Keith Whitley, and you've got Dawson Spencer.
That's right. Pistol formation, Griffin. Hewitt's in the backfield with him. He gets a snap, he'll give it off to Hewitt, trying to go left side. He'll be undercut, stays on his feet. He gets out to the 32-yard. I'm going to say he was down at the 25-yard line.
He was not.
It's about a 1-yard gain. Man, that's not much at all, 2nd and 9.
No, he was not down, but they called him down, which, that's what they saw.
2nd down and 9, clock rolling with 2:17 to go until halftime, and Miles Miller coming back out on the field.
I'd like to see at least try to get the ball in his hands.
Shotgun formation for Griffin. Hewitt's in the backfield. Twins to the right and twins to the left. From the gun, Griffin going to throw. Screen pass to Nixon. Spins and tries to get away, but Wynne with great pursuit, and that's just not working anymore.
Yeah, they've been bid on that. They're not going to let it happen again.
Now it brings up 3rd down and long. He got out of bounds, too, so the clock stops with 1:59.
Well, and we haven't done anything downfield to make them respect the downfield throw, which is what leaves that open on the edge.
Oh, certainly. 3rd down and long now. 3rd and about, depending on where the spot's at, looks about 3rd down and 9. Shotgun formation for Griffin.
You do have Jacob Mathis in the game.
Shotgun formation. Hewitt's in the backfield. Twins to both the left and right sides. He gets his snap, going to throw, got time. For the first down, overthrows Nixon at the 35-yard line. Incomplete. Greenbrier's going to have to punt the football away. So 4th and 9, and Wynne will get the football back here on a punt. Hewitt's going to punt the football away. And Demarius Mangrum will be back deep for the Yellowjackets to receive the kick here in quarterfinal matchup. Snap to Hewitt's high. He punts it away. He gets it away. He'll take a hit at the 43 and die there at the 41-yard line. That's where Greenbrier will down it. Miles Miller downs the football at the 41-yard line, and that's where Wynne will get the football back with 1:47 to go until halftime. And they got a kicker. They've got a kicker that absolutely can boot the football.
He's a big lad.
Sure is. I mean, goodness, they've I'm trying to find him here. It's Brandon Maddox, I do believe. He's been known to kick some big ones. There we go. Wynne will have the football again. 6th possession of the game. Watson under center gives it off to Timmy Watson. He gets out across the 45 to the 46-yard line. It's about a 4-yard carry. Brings up 2nd down and 6 with 1:33 to go. Clock rolling. For Greenbrier here, the best thing you can do is, hey, keep
that clock.
That's right. 1:26 to go. Clock rolling. John Watson under center. They got a tight bunch again. They move Washington over the outside edge. Now option play. Watson's going to have to keep it, and he's not going to get anything. Flag comes in late, though, and we'll see what the call is.
Well, all the way over there, you would hope it would be against them. Maybe a hold.
I saw Howard and Dylan Laird, I believe, for Wynne going at it as far as blocking each other hard. We'll see what the call's going to be. With 1:10 to go, this could be a pretty big
Looks
call.
like we're backing up.
It's going to be on Greenbrier, and we're going to face mask.
Face mask against the Panthers.
That was all the way on the other side of the field.
It'll be an automatic first down for Wynne at the 47-yard line. That's frustrating.
That is. It is.
With 1:10 to go, the clock stops now also. Watson under center, single receivers to both the left and right sides. Timmy Watson in the backfield. They're going to give it off up. No play action. Holmes, Watson's trying to keep it.
Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. They stuff him at the 4. They'll give him a yard to the 46-yard line.
Pretty good spot. I didn't think you got there.
Clock rolling with 52 seconds to go, and Wynne's only got one more timeout left. They need some big yardage here. That was just a play that Greenbrier blew up.
Yeah, you definitely can't get beat downfield, but that's not what they like to do anyway.
Watson under center with Timmy Watson behind him. They move Washington in motion. Watson's going to keep it himself. He's inside the 45 to the 43. With 27 seconds to go, it'll bring up 3rd down and about 6.
I tell you what, that was a good play call offensively to take it with the quarterback, keep it on the back side, because we've not seen that all night long. Good job by us to contain it, but they did pick up 4.
Depending on this might, if they don't hurry up and snap it, they may only get 1 or 2 more plays off. Under center Watson, 9 seconds in the half. Watson moves a man in motion. He's looking to pass. Unloads deep for the end zone. That one's going to be intercepted by Preston Riddle.
Preston Riddle picked it off.
Riddle, the man, the defensive back Riddle, he's in contention for
That's halftime.
He's in contention for being one of the top defensive backs in the state, Matt, and he picks one off right there.
And well-deserved that is, because I'm going to tell you, that kid has played ball all year long, and another pick for Preston Riddle.
And to be honest with you, it wouldn't have mattered if he pitched it or not, because even if they catch it, they're not going to be able to snap a play off.
No, that's right.
Well, how about it? 2 quarters of football in the books, and I tell you, it's been a wild one, a lot of injuries. 7-0, Greenbrier's ahead. We'll head to halftime. You're listening to GPSN, the Road to War Memorial 5A State Playoffs. We'll be right back.
Choose First Security. Banking is just the beginning. Here, we take care of each other, making the community we all share even stronger. So people in Arkansas can build a life, buy a home, run a business, and more. Strength in numbers and neighbors. It's another way First Security helps Arkansas bank better. And it's why you should call on us today. First Security. Bank better.
Insurance policies can be confusing. Oftentimes you settle for the minimum coverage required without considering what truly needs to be protected. At American Safeguard Insurance, our job is to make sure you understand exactly what you need. We'll help protect your assets and get you the best price so you have peace of mind when it matters most. Whether it's actively looking for savings or gaps in coverage, we forge personal relationships necessary to give you confidence that you're covered no matter what the situation. Don't wait for the worst-case scenario to find out if you're covered. Experience more coverage, more savings, and more service with American Safeguard Insurance.
What do you do when you have electrical problems? Need new electrical installation? Or need to add security and datacom to your home or office? I tell you what I do. I call Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom, a family-owned and ran business with over 70 years combined experience, specializing in residential, commercial, and industrial service. No matter the job, how big or small, just give them a call at 501-679-3393. Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom. They'll keep the lights on.
Hey guys, this is Freeman Collier with Collier Roofing. We're a locally owned roofing contractor. We do residential and commercial roofing. We do shingles, metal, and seamless gutters. If there's a project that you'd like an estimate on, please give our office a call at 501-733-5163. We look forward to helping you.
Dang, bro. Mama!
Delicious, no?
Come on! What the?
Fat burger. We have confirmation that it's a giant fat burger over the city. Civilians have been asked to grab napkins and shelter at their dining tables.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank all of our sponsors for their continued support. First Security Bank, American Safeguard Insurance, Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom, Steak and Shake, Collier Roofing, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Bleacher Bling, John Simone Bank of England, Chef Lynn's, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Oxygen 8 Hyperbarics, and the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier.
Insurance for health, life, or business. Know that American Safeguard Insurance has the Greenbrier community well taken care of. That's because we're committed to bringing you rates that fit your budget and coverage that gives you and your family peace of mind. So if you need fast, personal service from an experienced team that's ready to take care of you, remember that you've got a friend right down the street. American Safeguard Insurance. Call us to get more coverage, more savings, and more service today.
When you bank with First Security, you're choosing real support for you and for our home state. So friends, families, and fellow Arkansans find better solutions together. It's another way First Security helps Arkansas bank better. And it's why you should call on us today. First Security, bank better.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank all of our sponsors for their continued support. First Security Bank, American Safeguard Insurance, Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom, Steak and Shake, Collier Roofing, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Bleacher Bling, John Simone Bank of England, Chef Lynn's, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Oxygen 8 Hyperbarics, and the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier.
missed a lot. So you'll see it just like start randomly going down, and then it'll just like snap back up. Yeah, it's very heavy. And even when it's fully tight, it's still. I'll be like trying to get this thing, and then I'll just be like pushing it up, and it's not. It just like takes a second. Why does it do that? It'll just go up. What? Well, with about 3.5 minutes away from the second half beginning, Matt, you got some halftime stats for us. Greenbrier's up 7-0. There's not a whole lot of stats to be had.
Yeah, and I'll just say I've had several people text concerned about Cooper
Yeah.
and Dustin. And I don't know the stats on Dustin Hall. He was hobbling on the sideline a little bit while ago. So don't expect to see him. Cooper will not be back. He's out for the game. So,
Darn.
you know, we're going to roll with what we got. And we've got, we've got a good quarterback in there right now. And,
Griffin can sling it. Hey, this is a huge opportunity. We talked about this. He's going to be probably the guy next year, moving up to 6A as well. This is a huge moment for him to come out and prove what he's got as a sophomore. And I'll tell you, he's we've seen him a little bit throughout the year, and what's been so good is that we've been able to use him because we've been up by 45 points at half.
Yep.
Mercy rules on. We've been able to see him. This is not his first time he's been out there on the field. He was good as a ninth grader.
That's right. I've seen this kid play football since he was in the fourth or third grade. So, he's very capable, and he's going to keep going out there and giving a great effort, and I feel like he's going to do well. And we've got a great running back committee.
That is exactly right. Well, I'll tell you.
And now, let me say this, too. We're just playing great on defense.
That's right. You've got to imagine, though, 7 points might not be enough to win the game. Got to figure out how can you get in there and score again here in the second half. It's going to be a battle, 24 minutes to go. Go ahead and give us those halftime stats, Matt.
So we've got 13 first downs. Wynne has 7. They have 102 yards rushing, which means if you put in the minus 3 they have throwing the ball, that leaves them at 99 yards total offense in the first half. Greenbrier has 16 rushes for 49 yards, and then we have we've got 10 completions for 68 yards, so we got 117 yards of total offense. Low scoring, low offensive game all the way around. Defense is playing great. I mean, we are absolutely flying all over the field, and looking forward to seeing them continue to that second half. And with all the injuries we have, we're going to need our defense to really be big.
We sure are. And I tell you, story of the game a little bit might be Kane Griffin, the sophomore, coming out, seeing what he can do.
Yeah.
Coming in the second half. Hey, the team's on his shoulders now. And I don't mean that in obviously there's some other key injuries, with Strack being gone, McElhenney. I'm not sitting here saying, oh, man, if Griffin doesn't play, it's his fault. Not at all. But the real ideal is he's a signal caller.
And let me tell you, big step up from Asher Ruppel, playing on the offensive line. A ninth grader.
Right.
Coming in for an injured Dustin Hall and stepping up in a big way. Let me tell you this real quick individually. Cooper was 9 for 10 with 72 yards before he goes out. Threw a touchdown pass injured, and then finally has to come out. And then Reed Nixon, 6 catches for 63 yards in the first half. Pretty much the majority of that in the first quarter, if not all of it in the first quarter. So done a lot of great things. Tonight, we just gotta keep hammering at it in the second half. I mean, whoever comes out here and just leaves it on the field is going to win this football game. Elijah Weaver ran the ball 3 times for 27 yards. Nick Hewitt 8 times for 22 yards, and then Cooper ran it 4 times for 4 yards. So, we're going to have to run the football, and we're going to have to Kane Griffin's we're going to have to see some. He's going to have to find some open routes and hit them, and that's how we're going to win this game.
But I tell you, he's ready for this moment. It's something that he knew could happen at any moment all year long.
Sure.
He's had halftime to prepare. He's been looking good, slinging the ball here as we've been watching him here in the middle of this half. I tell you, it's going to come down to can the defense stop enough and can the offense put up a little.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank all of our sponsors for their continued support. First Security Bank, American Safeguard Insurance, Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom, Steak and Shake, Collier Roofing, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Bleacher Bling, John Simone Bank of England, Chef Lynn's, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Oxygen 8 Hyperbarics, and the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier.
When you bank with First Security, you're choosing real support. for you, and for our home state. So friends, families, and fellow Arkansans find better solutions together. It's another way First Security helps Arkansas bank better. And it's why you should call on us today. First Security, bank better.
And we're back here, just about set for the second half of football. Matt, I tell you, it is going to be, there's a lot of question marks, and it's going to be a lot of kids stepping up who can, you even look at Wynne. They're out with, Kobe Davis. He went out for a little bit in that first half. Yeah. It's going to come down to who's going to be able to battle through adversity and pull out the win.
Well, the fact is, if they can't score, they can't beat you. If we can keep the defense playing at the level of intensity they are, keep the deep ball off of us,
sure,
contain the outside, and then minimize up the middle, we'll continue to be okay.
Greenbrier will get the football to start the second half. They're getting set to boot the football away for Wynne. Greenbrier will have Eli Weaver and Jacob Mathis back deep to receive the kick. Braden Maddox, the sophomore, to kick the football away. This is the first time that they've got to kick it all night long because they didn't score in the first half. We're hoping this is the only time they kick it for the rest of the game. Maddox boots the football away. It'll be taken by Eli Weaver at the 8-yard line. He'll go straight ahead across the 15, the 20, 25, 30, breaks a tackle, lowers his shoulder 35 to the 37-yard line. Eli Weaver playing with some intensity, and a Wynne player is down. Oh, goodness.
Oh, and
Miles Miller's over there.
I think that's Jacob Mathis. Jacob's just trying to kind of keep him from hurting himself worse because I think he may think it's pretty bad. He saw something that scared him.
Yeah.
So hopefully this kid's not bad hurt.
Wow.
He was really, looking like he was hurting.
That was Mason Stallings, the sophomore for Wynne. Good sportsmanship from Mathis.
Yes.
With 11:54 to play in the second half, I'll tell you, in the third quarter here, Greenbrier looking ahead in this one. Their work's kind of up for them. They're up 7-0. Defense needs to play with the same intensity, and offense got to figure out a way to figure out this Wynne defense. This defense for the Yellowjackets has been really big tonight. Ain't that right, Matt?
Yes, that is excellent. I'm answering text messages that are coming in, people asking questions. So, I'm sorry if I don't get back to you on text. It's just because it's got so much going on here. But I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's all right. That's all right.
So, we got an opportunity right here. We got great field position. Great field position.
That's right.
And we just got to come out here and make plays, man. I know it's going to be tough, but,
Figure it out. Pistol formation, Griffin. He's got twins to the left side, single receiver into the boundary. At the top of your screen, Hewitt to the backfield. From the pistol, he gives it off to Hewitt. Up the middle, got some room across the 40 to the 43-yard. They're rolling down at the 42. Not the greatest spot for them.
I thought he had a little more than that, but, hey, we'll take it.
It's about a 5-yard carry, and it brings up 2nd down and 5 as Weaver comes into the game. Keaton Whitley is in the slot receiver at the top. Kane Griffin running the offense is the signal caller. Twin receivers split to the left side. They move Weaver into the slot to the right as well. Twins to both sides. From the gun, empty setback. They move Weaver in motion to the left. Now he gets the snap. Griffin looking to pass. Now he's flush. He's in trouble. Running for his life. Trying to get to the edge, though. He's across the 40, the 43.
Oh, that's got to be a flag.
Might have been hit a little late. No
how
call,
did they not
though.
throw a flag on that?
Well, here's the deal. Honestly, I don't know where the out of bounds was, so I couldn't tell.
You're right. And obviously, if it had been late, our sideline would have erupted.
Right.
Good run there by Kane Griffin.
Yeah, I don't know. 3rd down and 4, though. Yeah, you're right. It was a great run by Griffin. As he runs to the sideline to get the call. 22 seconds on the play clock, so they got time to get the snap off. With 11:13 to go, clock stopped because he was pushed out of bounds. Griffin will be in the shotgun, it do appear, with Weaver in the backfield with him. They got twins split to the boundary, twins split to the right side also. From the gun, Griffin gets a snap, looking to pass. Now he's going to run up the middle, and they trip him up, and he's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down and 5.
We got to get more downfield. We're focused on the short passes, but you had Jacob Mathis open downfield right there.
So Wynne with the defensive stop. Greenbrier's going to punt the football away, and boy, Hewitt getting set to kick the ball away for our Panthers. It's a good punt. Going to be taken by Mangum at the 26-yard line. He's got some room across the 35 to 40. They'll bring him down at the 43-yard line. Great return there for them, and Wynne will have good field possession.
Good punt by Nick.
Sure was. Wynne will have the football at their own 42-yard line with 10:37 to play in the third quarter. They've been playing on that flex bone all night long.
Just got to keep this defensive intensity up.
That's right. Got to keep the big play from happening. Greenbrier did a good job in the first half trying to keep it going in the second. They got single receivers split to both the left and right sides. Looks like Timmy Watson's in the backfield. John Watson under center gets a snap. He's going to keep it himself, tries to go backside, but he is wrapped up and brought down. Nowhere to go there, and that was Dawson Spencer who blew that play up. They'll give him a yard, and that's a generous yard.
Yeah, they give
Second
him
down and 9.
Yeah, it was a pretty generous spot. It may be because of where he had the ball out in front while he was trying to twist it up there.
Second down and 9 with 10:14 to go. Clock rolling here in the third quarter. And this Greenbrier defense has been standing tough. Under center, John Watson with Timmy Watson in the backfield. Single receivers to both the left and right sides. They got 2 wingbacks as well. They move Washington to the left. Option play left side to Washington, trying to get to the edge, and he is not going to do it. Shannon Howard's all over that one. They blow it up back at the 41. That's a 3-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd down and 12.
It sure is, JB. That's a great defensive play right there. You got them 3rd and long. You got to still respect the pass because we've shown they can throw the ball downfield. We just need to make sure that those receivers are covered up.
3-man front for Greenbrier. This defense has done a great job. They run the same formation, single receivers to both the left and right sides. John Watson under center. They move Carl Washington in motion. Option play right side, trying to get to the edge. Weaver's on him. He cuts back at the 38, breaks a tackle. He'll be pushed out of bounds at the 43-yard line, but that's it. Back to the original line of scrimmage. 4th down and 10, and Wynne's going to have to punt the football away.
You know, you just got to keep playing solid defense, man. Sound defense. It keeps you from getting behind. I mean, you got the lead, carry it on out.
No doubt about it. Well, the punt will be away. It'll be the punter, Tom Owens, to punt the football away for the Wynne Yellowjackets. Miles Miller with his heels back at his own 25-yard line. They get the snap. Owens punts it away, and it's a good punt. Miller's going to let it bounce at the 28-yard line. Now he gets away from it. It's a good punt. It rolls inside the 20-yard line down to the 14 to the 13-yard line. That's where Wynne's going to down it. Yeah. Great roll, and Greenbrier will set up shop at their own 13-yard line.
It had that side-to-side spin, and that's why Miles backed away. You just can't trust a ball coming like that.
You sure can't, but if you're Wynne, what a punt.
Yeah, you know, we're really going to have to just pound the ball. I really believe that's what we're going to have to do right here.
That was a 44-yard punt there from Tom Owens. Greenbrier has it at their own 13-yard line. Going to need to figure out a way offensively. Haven't been able to do much in their past three possessions since the touchdown pass to Mathis. Shotgun for Griffin. He's got twins to both the left and right sides. Looking to pass. Hewitt's in the backfield with him. From the gun, Griffin gets a snap, loose football, and he falls on it. Now he was hit as he was on the ground. Wasn't hit hard, though, and that'll be back at the 8-yard line. It's a 5-yard loss, 2nd down and 15. Snap was to the right side, or excuse me, to the left of Griffin. He dropped it from the, I guess it wasn't really he dropped it, just couldn't handle it and just fell on it. Not what you want to do. You're going the wrong direction.
No.
And Wynne's defense, their front lines caused all kinds of problems tonight. From the gun, Griffin gets the snap, looking to pass. He's got a little curl route too high to Nixon. 3rd down and long now, 3rd and 15, and Greenbrier's going to have to figure something out.
We're going to have to, like you said, we're going to have to figure something out here. I don't know what that is. I wish I did. I said pound the football, but when you're 2nd and 15, 16, you got a lot of room to make up.
Now you just got to make sure you get the good snap, make sure you get a good play going. Trips to the right. Griffin gets a snap. He's going to throw from his end zone. Now he's in trouble, just gets rid of it, nearly had it picked off, and, boy, that would have been huge. That would have been huge. Griffin throws it away, and I'll tell you, there wasn't a receiver around. He almost could have got caught for intentional grounding.
That official has his flag in his hand, and I'm guessing he decided that there was somebody close enough.
At their own 7-yard line, Greenbrier is going to punt the football away. Demarius Margam, Mangrum will take the ball at his own 30 at the 37-yard line. He is hit hard at the 37 by Miles Miller. They'll give him the 38. He had no return there, Mangrum did. But Wynn's got great field position, and they'll set up shop at the Greenbrier 38-yard line here on their next possession.
You know, major thing to think about right here is we've got to at least get clock rolling on the offensive snaps.
Boy, no kidding.
And we're not running any clock on the offensive snap.
Well, defensively, you know, it's been those last two plays has been the battle of the punters, and Wynne got a great punt on their end and pinned us back, and no first down, and then Hewitt's punt just was caught by them. So they'll have it at the 38-yard line. Watson underneath. He'll give it off to Timmy Watson. Breaks a tackle into the secondary. He's inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That's a big play. Wynne's got a first down. They're in the red zone now, and they're trying to tie it up.
It was just a good run right there. You know, a couple missed tackles, but he stayed on his feet and was able to get, about 20 yards right there?
Boy, that was a good, about 20 yards. Hard run from Timmy Watson. He went right at the middle. Right up the gut and got 20 yards. Inside the red zone now. Hey, Greenbrier needs a turnover.
Yeah, you need a turnover. You know, worst case, you need to hold them to a 3 right here.
7:47 to play in the third quarter, clock rolling. They get the snap. They're going to give it off to Watson up the middle. Not much there. He'll get maybe to the – he got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That was actually John Watson with the QB keep. Yeah. They move that ball around a lot. It's hard to follow.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
It is.
They'll down him at the 17, so that's about a yard gain. Second down and 9 now with 7:20 to go, clock rolling. Greenbrier's up 7-0, but Wynne's trying to notch us up at 7. They're trying to tie this football game up. Hey, Greenbrier's done a really good job of just not getting up the big play. Trying to stop him here at the 17. Watson. He'll go option play left side. Loose football. Greenbrier's got it. Greenbrier's got the football. Eli Weaver read it. Hey, this is what happened. Weaver came in. He forced the QB to pitch. He bailed on him, went for the ball, and that IQ right there from Eli Weaver, I'm telling you right now, that is an incredible play by Eli Weaver. 100%. He did that solo himself. He forced the pitch, and then he played his man, and he got the fumble.
It's amazing he was able to get in there and get the ball because the running back had clear shot.
He sure did. I'm telling you, the intelligence there of Eli Weaver in that play, that is an incredible play.
You know, he's just a football player. I mean, he does it on both sides of the football.
Single-handedly forced that fumble without even making any contact. Isn't that something?
Absolutely.
So here we go. Greenbrier's got the football at the 21-yard or 26-yard line after the fumble. Pistol formation Griffin with Hewitt in the backfield. They'll give it off to Hewitt. Got a hole. He's across the 30. 35, first down to the 38-yard line. Ball came loose. They're going to call. Down. Well, they don't call him down, I don't think.
Well, that official just said he was down. The official right here just said he was down.
I think they're going to call him down. I do think Wynn's not going to like this call, but I do think he was down. We're going to see. We may be wrong, but I think they're going to find out. We'll see. I mean, we may be wrong. Wynne wants the football, but I think they're talking about it. This is a huge play. From the replay look, I don't know if we got a chance to look at it, and it's fine, but I really think the ground caused the fumble. And we're about to find out what the call is. Boy, this is a huge call.
There was no doubt at all that the ball caused him to fumble.
Well, here's the deal. What we didn't see is his back was to us. Unless he was losing possession of the ball as he was coming down, that's the only other reason it would have been a fumble. But from our vantage point, which is from very far off, nonetheless, and
here we go.
Greenbrier is going to maintain the football. So the ball did cause the fumble, so it was not a fumble. He was down where he fell. It's a first down after a hard run from Nick Hewitt. So Greenbrier will have the football at the 38-yard line after the hard 12-yard run from Nick Hewitt. Hey, great job by the offensive line there. They blew that hole wide open.
That's what we're going to have if we're going to be successful on the offensive side of the football.
Griffin coming back out there. And that'll also give Griffin a little bit more time to throw the ball, get a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah. But, if we'll keep doing that, we shouldn't have to.
That's exactly right. Pistol formation for Griffin. Twins to the right, single receiver to the left. They're going to give it off to Hewitt again. Goes to the same spot. He rumbles to the 40.
And that's what you just keep doing it. Keep
1 yard line.
Don't let 3 yards discourage you.
Hey, that'll work all day long. 6:22 to go, clock rolling. That's what Greenbrier needs, just a little bit of momentum. 2nd down and 7, clock rolling. Kane Griffin looked to the sideline to get the call. He's going to be empty setback. He's going to throw the ball here. Watch out for that screen. They're playing off the ball here to Nixon on the bottom of your screen. Trips to the right, twins to the left. Empty setback from the gun. QB keep Griffin trying to go to the edge. They close quickly. He gets to about the 44-yard line.
He gets a good gains what he gets. He has a good job by Grant Kane to pick up good yardage right there.
To Kane Griffin?
Yeah, I said Griffin. What did I say?
I think you said Grant Kane.
No, I said good gain by
Kane.
Good
gain,
by
okay.
Griffin, yeah.
Okay.
I think. I mean, I may have said. Who knows what I said?
Well, I didn't know what you're saying. That's why I was confused. And then I was like, oh, it's Kane, yeah. 3rd down and 4 here. Big play coming. Empty setback. He might be looking to pass. They move Weaver in motion. They're going to give it. Nope. Yeah, they do give it Weaver. He's got a 1st down and more. Across midfield. The 45 to 40. They run him out of bounds at the 37-yard line. That's a huge run on the end around to Weaver. Hey, this is what we should have been running early.
All night long.
It's there, and Greenbrier with a big gain to the 36-yard line into Yellowjacket territory for the first time since the first half.
You have to take the win mentality. A 2nd and 3rd and long should not make you scared to run the football.
That's right. Pistol formation for Griffin. They're going to give it off to Weaver up the middle. He's inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. That's about a 2-yard gain. 5:11 to go, clock rolling, 2nd down and 8. Griffin coming to the sideline to get the signal. Griffin getting that sign, but I'll tell you right now, ball's inside the 35 at the 34-yard line. Greenbrier's got the momentum rolling, trying to keep it going here. With twins to the left side, single receiver to the right side. Weaver's in the backfield in pistol formation for Kane Griffin. He gets the snap. He's going to give it off to Weaver. Cuts back. He's inside the 35. He gets back to the 34. Not a great spot for him. Brings up 3rd down and 8 after no gain.
Run that clock, JB. Run that clock.
With 4:27 to go in the 3rd quarter. Hey, if you get close enough, Turnage could boot you.
That's right.
Field goal.
3 points down here.
It's huge.
It's humongous.
In a game like this where 7 points seems like a million. It looks like.
Oh, man, is that Eli Rupel? He's hobbling a little bit.
Boy, goodness gracious. Hey, it is a physical game out there.
It is.
Both sides are playing physical. Neither team wants their season to end. It is Rupel. Goodness gracious. He's hobbling off the field as there was a timeout. It looked like just an official timeout. I'm not sure.
I couldn't tell. He called timeout and then he never pointed to either side.
But I think it might have been because of Rupel, for Rupel.
But you don't usually call. Well, I don't know.
4:13 to go. Clock has stopped. 3rd and 8.
Yeah, that's what it was because that coach is not happy about them calling that.
3rd and 8. 4:13 to go in the 3rd quarter. Clock continuing to roll now as they start the clock back up. Pistol formation for Griffin. Twins to the left, single receiver right. Question is it 4-down territory for Greenbrier? And I think it might be. Griffin from the pistol. Gets a snap. Gives it off to Hewitt up the middle. Cuts back. He gets down to around they call him down at the 32.
Man, that's a terrible spot.
That's a 2-yard gain is all. Wow. And maybe his knee hit the ground. I don't know. Looks like either Greenbrier's going to go for it.
What. Yeah, we might. But I tell you, it wouldn't be a bad idea to punt it just because we've got – you can pin them deep, man. And that's what they're going to do.
That is exactly what they're going to do. Hewitt's going to punt the football away. 3:34 to play in the 3rd quarter, and Greenbrier's going to punt it. They got nobody back deep to receive it, so they're going to let it go. Hewitt's going to punt it, and it'll go out of bounds around the 20.
He wanted to try to get it in the corner.
They call it the 25? No way. Okay, yeah, there's the 20.
Yeah.
Well, I saw the one ref.
I was watching the back.
The 25. I was like, there's no way. So it's down to the 20, and I guess if you would have known that, he just have punted it back in the end zone.
That or just run off.
Oh, just run. That's right. That's right.
Oh, man.
So Wynne will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Greenbrier's defense has been a huge shot in the arm. How long can it go? So far, as of now, knock on wood, they've been able to stop the big play. Trying to keep it going here. Watson under center. Gets his snap, gives it off to Timmy Watson. Trying to get to the edge. He's tripped up. He'll get got a good spot. It's about a 4-yard carry.
He gets a lot for what's given to him. He's able to, a lot of times he lunges and get that extra yard.
Sure does. Great athlete.
Mm-hmm. I just wish we were getting that extra yard too, because Nick's been getting it. They just haven't been giving it.
Yeah. No, it is what it is. And I tell you, Timmy Watson, that back, he's come in for Kobe Davis, and he's done an excellent job. Davis, the sophomore, he's got a bright future. He's a sophomore. But Timmy Watson, the senior's come in and done a great job with 2:52 to go third quarter. John Watson gives it off up the middle to Watson again. He gets about 3 yards this time. It'll bring up third down and about maybe 3.
Big down right here, JB.
.234 to go, clock rolling, third down and 3. This is a big third down because if Wynne doesn't get it, they've got to punt the football away. Here we go, the Greenbrier faithful on their feet. Wynne needs a first down. Single receivers both left and right. QB keep up the middle. They plunge the pile forward. He's short.
He is short.
He's short by about a yard or 2. It'll bring up fourth down here, and now if you're Wynne, you got a big decision to make.
Big decision. I mean, you're on our side of the field, but I'm not going to be shocked if they don't go for it.
They look to the sideline. I think they might be going for it. They're about a yard and a half shy. Fourth down at about a yard and a half. They're going to go for it. It does appear. Greenbrier doesn't have anybody in the backfield to receive the punt. Watson's under center. They're going to go for it. He gets a snap. He's going to give it off to Timmy Watson. He's got the first down across the 30 to the 32 to the 33-yard line. That's a big first down for the Yellowjackets. They rolled the dice, and it ends up being a good one, a first down for Wynne.
Pretty smart play because we're thinking quarterback keeper right there, and so we're going inside, and they just run it off tackle and pick up the game.
1:33 to go in the third quarter, clock rolling. John Watson under center again. He gets his snap. Going to give it off to Timmy Watson. He's hit in the backfield by Weaver. Blows up the play while he was being blocked. Weaver's playing out of his mind right now as a sophomore.
And good job by Nick Hewitt to come in there and finish it off.
He's going to get no gain on that one. Second down and 10 with 1:11 to go. Boy, Greenbrier just trying to hang on.
Having Eli Weaver in the game completely changes the complexion of the defense.
He just plays on another level, doesn't he? And again, he's a sophomore.
For sure. I mean, he just is. He's physical, he's fast, and he's a great tackler.
Boy,
he's a great tackler.
50 seconds to go in the third quarter. John Watson under center. Single receivers to both the left and right sides. Watson's going to try to keep it. Tries to get to the edge, and he is thrown down. That was Jacob Mathis. He blew that play up. Watson had nowhere to go. He might have lost a yard, and it brings up third down and long.
And that's what I was saying in the end of the first half. You were talking about Eli being on this side, and there's nowhere to go. But if you try to go the other way, guess what?
Man, you got
Jacob Mathis over there.
And Hewitt in that middle linebacker spot, in the Mike spot. With 17 seconds to go in the third quarter. Third down and 11. Watson under center. They move Washington in motion. Look at the pass. He falls down. He fell down at the 25-yard line, slipped and fell. It's fourth down and about 17 now. And that will be the end of the third quarter. 3 quarters of football are in the books, Matt. We got one more quarter to go. Greenbrier's up 7-0. Can they hang on for 12 more minutes? We're about to find out. You're listening to GPSN, the Road to War Memorial here on the 5A State Playoffs. We'll be right back.
Insurance for health, life, or business. Know that American Safeguard Insurance has the Greenbrier community well taken care of. That's because we're committed to bringing you rates that fit your budget and coverage that gives you and your family peace of mind. So if you need fast, personal service from an experienced team that's ready to take care of you, remember that you've got a friend right down the street. American Safeguard Insurance. Call us to get more coverage, more savings, and more service today.
Well, here we go. The fourth quarter is about to be underway. 12 minutes to go. Tom Owens for Wynne getting set to punt the football away with Miles Miller. His heels back at his own 40. Got to make sure.
They're jumping all over the place.
They get the snap. Owens punts the football away. It'll take a hit at the midfield stripe. Bounces inside the 45 to the 40. Boy, they get a good roll to the 36-yard line.
They had 3 linemen jumping around.
No call.
No call.
Well, I'll tell you this. Whenever it comes to special teams and plays like that, you just don't want to muff the football or anything like that. So we're just glad it wasn't, anything terrible, no turnovers or anything.
That's right.
Well, with 11:48 to go, Greenbrier's got the ball at their own 36-yard line. They are just trying to hang on for a win. Wilcox has been out since the first half. Kane Griffin stepped in, and trying to help this defense. But I'll tell you, this offense. But I'll tell you, it's been Eli Weaver and Nick Hewitt really just in the running game.
Yeah, that's what we got to keep doing. Just keep pounding the ball.
Hewitt's in the backfield here on the pistol formation here for Griffin. Kane gets the snap. He'll give it on. Nope, play action. Looking over the middle, lobs it up. That's a dangerous pass, and it's intercepted. Intercepted at the 37-yard line for Wynne. He threw that one up for grabs. And Wynne gets their first turnover of the night. Greenbrier's defense will come back onto the field.
Got to run the football, JB. Got to run the football.
Well, now Wynne will have the football again back at their own 38-yard line.
Just need that defense to keep playing.
11:42 to go in the fourth quarter.
What you can't have is the momentum to shift.
That's right. Well, here we go. John Watson will be under center. Timmy Watson will be in the backfield with him. They got a single receiver split wide out to the right. Watson gets a snap. Go option to the right side. He'll rumble across the 40 to the 43-yard line. That's a 5-yard carry for Watson. Brings up 2nd down and 5 with 11:31 to go. Clock rolling.
That was a good game.
Sure was. 2nd down and 5. Hey, but that was Weaver he kept that ball from being pitched to the outside edge.
That's right. And Jacob did a good job making the tackle.
John Watson again, under center, single receivers to both the left and right sides. 3 set back. They're going to give it off to Timmy Watson up the middle. He'll have the first down. He gets across the 45 to the 48-yard line. That's another 5-yard carry. It's enough to move the chains and brings up first and 10.
He's hurting.
Timmy Watson, he's been running hard too. That fullback spot, they've been hit hard tonight.
Yes.
Ball's at the 48-yard line. 10:53 to go, clock rolling. John Watson will be under center. They run the same formation once again. John Watson, the snap. Keeps it right side. They go pitch to the edge. That's Holmes, Alonzo Holmes. He gets out across the 50, across midfield. They'll get him to the 49-yard line. That's a 3-yard gain. Not bad there on a play. He was running for a long time, but he didn't have a lot to show for it.
Good job by our defense to flow to the edge, flow to the sideline.
2nd down and 7 with 10:16 to go in the football game. Clock continuing to roll. John Watson under center again, the sophomore for the Yellowjackets. He moves a man in motion, gets a snap, gives it off to Timmy Watson. He is hit hard at the 46-yard line. That's where they'll bring him down. It's a 3-yard gain. 3rd down and about 4 now, but Watson got stood up at the 46.
I tell you what, he was fighting hard, and we were doing the same.
Ball's to the 46. 3rd down and 4. Big play upcoming for Wynne with the clock rolling, 9:44 to go.
Got to be sure and be safe to protect the pass. Respect the pass. That's it.
John Watson from under center. They move a man in motion. They're going to give it off to Timmy Watson, and he is not going to have a first down, 2-yard gain. It's 4th and 2, and you got to imagine Wynne's going to go for it.
Yeah, they're going to go for it right here.
It'll be 4th and 2. And I tell you, a big 4th down upcoming right here.
I got somebody down.
Looks like a Wynne player is down, and we're going to take a timeout with them. You're listening to GPSN, the Road to War Memorial 5A State Playoffs. We'll be right back.
When you bank with First Security, you're choosing real support for you and for our home state. So friends, families, and fellow Arkansans find better solutions together. It's another way First Security helps Arkansas bank better. And it's why you should call on us today. First Security, bank better.
Well, that was Timmy Watson who was down on the field. You called it, Matt. That's their second fullback that's been out. Kobe Davis, the starting fullback, the sophomore, was injured a little bit earlier. Watson gets off on his own power, so that's good, Timmy Watson. They got another tailback in there. That's Dylan Laird. He was injured earlier on that kickoff earlier in the game. He's back in, so
that's good to see.
Glad to see that.
Like he was really bad.
Yeah, I agree. Glad to see him back out there. So here we go. Big fourth down with 9:03 to go in the football game. Clock rolling. Greenbrier literally just trying to hang on for a win, up 7-0.
They're going to have to call a timeout.
6 seconds to play. Watson hurrying to the line of scrimmage. Laird's in the backfield. Watson gets his snap off. They give it off. Nope, they didn't. Looks like Wynne's going to call a timeout. And with 8:48 to go, we'll keep it here.
Looked like they might have had the first down.
Yeah, no kidding. 4th and 2, though, I'll tell you, Matt. This right here could be one of the biggest plays in the game.
Well, defensively, they just showed that they want to run the football. Now, does that mean they won't pass it? No. But tendencies are that they're going to try to run the football right here. And, that's their game anyway.
That's right. Well, coming into this game, John Watson had only thrown 28 passes on the year.
But he can throw the ball.
Sure can.
And you would think at some point with the struggling to run the ball effectively, you got to try something.
Well, Greenbrier right now, their defense has picked him up and put him on their shoulders, haven't they?
They sure have. Hey, check this out. Cabot is beating Fayetteville 27-13 in the third. And,
wow.
North Little Rock's beating Benton 10-7. Conway beating Rogers 35-0. Bryant beating Northside 42-3. El Dorado beating Lake Hamilton 28-7. Parkview beating Jonesboro 28-14. Marion and Bryant tied at halftime. Greenwood beating Mount Home 35-0. Christian beating Nettleton 28-0. Pulaski Academy 35. Magnolia 13.
Here we go. 4th and 2. They're going to do John Watson's under center. It looks like Timmy Watson's back in. Big play of the game. They get the snap, give it off to Watson up ahead. Loose football. Wynne jumps back on it, but that's going to be a turnover on downs. It won't matter. That's a turnover on downs. Wynne turns it over. Greenbrier will get the football back on a huge stop on 4th down and 2. And I tell you, I don't even know if the spot of Timmy Watson was going to be enough. When we lost the football, that certainly didn't.
I don't think it was going to be enough, JB.
So Greenbrier gets the stop with 8:43. Would love to see us run the ball, take some time off the clock. And
got to clock the ball here.
Well, Wynne only has 2 timeouts left, so that's at least in our favor in that regards. Kane Griffin back out onto the field to run the offense. Wilcox was injured in the first half. Pistol formation, single receiver to the left side, twin receivers right side. Hewitt in the backfield. Griffin gets a snap, gives it off to Hewitt straight ahead. Lowers his shoulder across the 45 to the 46-yard line. That's about a 3-yard carry. We'll take that, 2nd down and 7.
That's what we got to have right there. And let me tell you, they're hurting a little bit because they've just been getting pounded on both sides of the ball. So at time after a while it does wear down the defense. And Kane's in a position you cannot put a sophomore in the second round of playoffs in a position, a tough position. You've got to be fragile with him, as good of a football player as he is.
That's right. Be smart with the football. 8:06 to go. Shotgun formation. Griffin from the gun. Gets the snap, gives it off to Weaver. He goes right side. He'll cut across the 47, trying to get to midfield. He will get to midfield. That's a nice 4-yard carry, and it brings up 3rd down and about 3.
That's good. That's good. You just got to keep pounding it, JB. Keep pounding it.
With 7:46 to go, clock rolling. Greenbrier, the nose of the football is at the 50. They got to get to the 47-yard line.
With your defense playing the way they are, you can even consider playing with 4 downs.
No doubt about it. Kane Griffin, he'll be in the pistol formation. I was going to say shotgun. They got twins to the left, single receiver into the boundary. Eli Weaver's in the backfield with him. Wynne with that 3-man front. Griffin from the pistol gets a snap, gives it off Weaver. Up the middle, he lunges. He's got right near a 1st down. That might be enough. He's at the 47. Great lunge. How about that offensive line creating space? That's enough to move the chains. A big 1st down with 7:11 to go, and the clock continues to tick. Wynne's only got 2 timeouts to stop that clock. How about Eli Weaver? A hard run up the middle. Has Weaver not played his tail off tonight?
He has played on both sides of the football. The kid's special. JB, he's special.
6:56 to go. Clock continuing to roll. Shotgun formation for Kane Griffin. Hewitt's in the backfield with him. They got twins to the right, single receiver left side. 6:46 to go. Griffin from the gun. Gets the snap. He's going to keep it. Left side he goes. Trying to hold on to the football. Lowers his shoulder. Loose football. Oh, my goodness, and Wynne may have it.
That's what calling him down. They're calling him down.
They're going to say he was down after a yard gain. You just spoke on that. Got to make sure you hang on to it. Thankfully he did, and it brings up 2nd down and 9.
I like to see us just keep pounding right here with our backs.
6.
And one thing to think about, too, is you got one quarterback hurt already. So
not trying to lose another.
No, you sure don't.
Though there is another good quarterback, Caden Brooks.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Exactly.
But again, you don't want to lose guys. Pistol formation for Griffin this time. Twins to the right, single receiver left. Hewitt's in the backfield. Griffin gets a snap, gives it off to Hewitt up the middle. He's met at the line. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Not the original, but the one that they just snapped it from. And now it's 3rd down and 9 after no gain. 5:50 to go. Clock continuing to roll. And that is the biggest enemy for Wynne right now.
That's right. We just need to keep that clock rolling. I know you hate to not throw the ball on 3rd down right here, but
you don't want to throw the ball away.
You don't want to throw it away.
And stop the clock.
That's right.
All right. Well, hopefully if you hand it off here, you'll be able to get it under 5 minutes, play conservatively, but it looks like Griffin's going to pass it here, trying to get a big 1st down. From the gun, empty setback, trips to the right, single receiver left, looking to pass. Into the flat, complete. Oh, dropped by Miles Miller, incompletion at the 48-yard or 47, and now Greenbrier's going to have to punt. Clock stops with 5:14 to go.
Well, we've been saying it all night. Defense has been playing tough. Well, we're going to be able to put the ball in good position, field position.
Demarius Mangrum, he's back at his own 16-yard line. Hewitt trying to get a good punt here. Might try to punt it out of bounds down that left sideline. Hewitt gets a snap, trying to punt it away. He is hit as he punted it. That should be running into the kicker.
He also
falls at the 23. I don't understand how that's not called.
How can you run into the kicker and not call it?
1st and 10. Wynne will have the football at their own 23. And here's the deal. It doesn't matter if it's accidental or not. If you accidentally do it, that should be a penalty.
Every time. It cost us last week.
Sure did. Ball's at their own 23-yard line left side. 5:05 to go. And Wynne with 5 minutes trying to figure out a way to stifle this Greenbrier defense. This defense has just been stone. They've been tough, haven't they?
Yes, they've been real tough.
Like a stone wall out there. 5:05 to go. Wynne trying to figure something out.
They're going to try to catch us off guard and throw the ball here at some point.
Watson from under center. John Watson. He's looking to pass right here. Looking over the middle. It is going to be incomplete. That was Carl Washington who tried to make the catch. Couldn't do it.
Number 4's over there. He's jumping up and down because he might have been open over there.
2nd down and 10 with 5 minutes to go. Clock stops. Might not be a terrible thing for Wynne, at least in that regard.
That's right. When before was open right there, we got to make sure we can't leave him that way.
John Watson under center. Timmy Watson's in the backfield with him. They got a 3 wing-back set. Single receivers are both the left and right sides. They're going to go option play, a little end around. Nice play. That's going to be Javian Wilson. They'll run him out of bounds at the 34-yard line. That'll be right near a 1st down on about a 10-yard carry. Hey, they hadn't done that all night long. It's a good time to bring it out.
Yeah, it is.
Moves the change with 4:53 to go in the football game. Greenbrier's up 7-0 on what has been a low-scoring affair, to say the least.
I think our fans wanted a hold right there. I wasn't paying attention downfield.
And John Watson looking to the sideline. Clock stops because he got out of bounds. Boy, this ball is coming down to the wire. Wynne's at their own 34-yard line. John Watson under center. Gets his snap, pitches it outside edge. Trying to get the edge. Weaver trips him, but he still makes the miss. He's down the sideline. Got a 1st down. Out to the 49-yard line. Great run there from Alonzo Holmes. That's another big 1st down for Wynne. And with 4:45 to go, they stop the clock to move the chains.
Yeah. Weaver, he dove a little quick that time, and it may have been all he could get there. But that was a good play by them.
Wynne's doing a great job. 2 big runs for the Yellowjackets. They're just trying to make something happen.
Even if you bend on defense, you bend, don't break.
That's exactly right. Don't give up the big play. John Watson under center. Gets his snap. They'll give it on a little end around. Greenbrier's all over that one, though. Trying to go backwards. He's going the wrong way. They'll finally bring him down to the 44-yard line. That's about a 4-yard loss. Carl Washington was thrown back there, and now
we might have got away with one right there.
2nd down and 14. Hey, in this type of a game, if you're Greenbrier, you just got to play smart.
You got to play smart. Cannot let them get in your head.
3:55 to go, clock rolling. Greenbrier literally is just trying to hang on.
Yes.
It was 7-0 in half, trying to keep it that way.
They are going to throw the football at some point in this series.
No doubt about it. 3:43 to go. We already saw it once. John Watson under center, tight bunch. They're going to give it off up the middle. He's going to get about 6 to 7 back to around midfield. It's 3rd down and long, though, now. Clock rolling with 3:30 to go, and this is a nail-biter, man.
He's hurting again, man.
And the clock's going to stop as Timmy Watson is down again. And with 3:26 to go in the football game, Greenbrier's up 7-0. You are listening to GPSN, the Road to War Memorial 5A State Playoffs. We'll be right back.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank all of our sponsors for their continued support. First Security Bank, American Safeguard Insurance, Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom, Steak and Shake, Collier Roofing, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Bleacher Bling, John Simone Bank of England, Chef Lynn's, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Oxygen 8 Hyperbarics, and the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier.
Well, there we go. 3:26 to go as Watson's helped off to the field. It's good to see him at least walking off on his own power. I mean, he does have some help, but at least he's walking off.
And it looked like he was cramping. It looked like they were stretching him. I mean, you can understand why. He's run the ball so much time.
And he's been a huge one for them. Dylan Laird will be in the backfield now with him.
They're going to go twins to that right side. Look for the tight end. Look for the tight end. And
Demarius Mangrum and Carshawn Washington. There's their 2 big receivers for them. John Watson under center here on a big 3rd and 8. 3:13 to go. Clock rolling. Watson will give it on an end around. That's Alonzo Holmes trying to get to the edge. Makes a man miss. He cuts inside. He gets to the 45-yard line. He's about 3 yards shy of a first down. It's going to bring up a big 4th down and 3 with the clock rolling. 2:56 to go in the football game. This is a huge play right here. This could very well be the play of the game.
That's right.
The Greenbrier faithful get onto their feet. If you're at home watching in this one, you might want to stand up as well. 4th and 3. 2:41 to go. I'm standing. Matt McJunkins is standing. We're all ready. John Watson under center. He gets the snap. Going to try to keep it. He's in trouble. He's trying to escape, and he's not going to do it. Greenbrier stops him on 4th down, and that very well might be the play of the game. Gabe Rowe with a big stop when Greenbrier needed it, and the defense has been huge all night long. Wow. 2:27 to go in the football game. Greenbrier has turned the ball, got the ball back on a turnover on downs, and now the biggest enemy for Wynne. They've got 2 timeouts left, but their biggest enemy right now is the clock.
That's right, JB. We got to go out here right now. Greenbrier's going to call a timeout here to talk about it. Wynne has two timeouts left, right?
That's right. They got 2 timeouts.
So we can get
about 40 seconds off that clock.
Yeah, for sure. Boy, a first down would be humongous, you know what?
First down would end this game, unless, it depends on.
A first down over 2 or 3 plays would definitely end it.
So there's that aspect. What you don't want to do right now is turn the football over.
That's right.
And you certainly don't want to make a mistake and stop that clock.
That's right.
What the best case scenario is a first down and Wynne never gets the football back. But ideally, outside of that, what you could see is if you don't get the first down, Wynne's expired all their timeouts and they've got the ball deep in their own territory with no timeouts and time off the clock, they're going to have to throw it.
That's right. That's right.
So Greenbrier is in a good spot right now, but there's still work to do.
We got 2 minutes and 27 seconds to take care of right here, JB.
And this is where you've got to play smart football. Looks like Nick Hewitt's in the backfield, and Ken Griffin's not going to be out there. It's Hewitt and Spencer in the backfield. Hewitt gets the snap. He's going to try to keep it. He's going to hold on to that football. Got a hole. He's got a first down and more. Inside the 40, the 35, the 30, all the way down to the 25-yard line. That's a huge run for Nick Hewitt. That's a huge shot in the arm as well, and Greenbrier's punching it deep into Wynne territory with 2:17 to go, and it looks like Wynne, nope, they're not going to call a timeout just yet. Clock continuing to roll with 2:13 to go, and the Wynne coaching staff's got some decisions to make with 2:07 to go, clock rolling. How about that run from Nick Hewitt?
Humongous, JB.
Wow.
Humongous. And now the clock's, like you said, they're not going to call timeouts. The clock's running. We just got to hold on to the football, JB.
With 1:54 to go, Nick Hewitt in the backfield again. Dawson Spencer's there with him. Hewitt gets the snap. He's going to keep it up the middle. He'll be at the 23-yard line. Maybe a 2-yard carry. 1:40 to go. 1:37. Clock's continuing to roll. Wynn's not going to call a timeout just yet. They're letting that clock roll down, and now if you're Greenbrier, first down.
Now they call it.
They let that clock roll down. Now Wynne calls a timeout with 1:29 to go. We'll take the timeout with them. You're listening to GPSN, the Road to War Memorial 5A State Playoffs.
When you bank with First Security, you're choosing real support for you and for our home state. So friends, families, and fellow Arkansans find better solutions together. It's another way First Security helps Arkansas bank better. And it's why you should call on us today. First Security, bank better.
With 1:29 to go, Wynne only has one more timeout left. It's 2nd down and 8, and I tell you, Matt.
First down wins the ball game.
First down wins it. Nick Hewitt, the signal caller. Single setback, loses the football, just got to jump on it. And he will. Boy, he jumps on it back at the 34. That could have been huge.
Yeah.
Greenbrier Hewitt really with a big play there to jump on that football.
And that's going to stop the clock.
With 1:21.
But they're out of timeouts.
So with 1:21 to go, Greenbrier will snap it again and hand it off. That will mean that Wynne will probably get the football back with about 40 seconds to go and no timeouts. So statistically, they'll have about 41 seconds left. If you count time taken off for the punt, under 40 seconds to play.
And they'll not be able to run the football.
So they're going to throw it, and at that point, what you don't want to do, you just got to keep them out of the end zone.
That's it, man. You rush 3, maybe bring one to help. You actually you can rush a little bit because they don't have a big wide out, like a spread package.
I'll tell you what stinks is that fumble right there. Now it puts us out of field goal range.
Yeah.
If we keep it there and turn it, drains the field goal, football game's over. So now you're out of field goal range a good bit. Probably going to have to punt it unless you can get a good hard run here on 3rd down and about 20. So here we go with 1:21 to go. Greenbrier's up 7-0. Nick Hewitt will be in the backfield, just wants to hang on to it. Trying to get a good hard run, maybe put us in a good enough field position for a field goal. We'll see.
Well, that left side's wide open.
Hewitt gets his snap. He goes right side now, cuts back up the middle. He'll get out to the 31-yard line. 32 is where they'll down him. It'll bring up 4th down and about 16, and clock continue to roll.
You might even take a delay of game right here.
Oh, sure. Greenbrier's going to let that clock roll all the way down. It'll go down to at least 35 seconds.
Yeah,
wow.
It looked like Tribble may have told him they were going to call a timeout at 1.
So there will be about 35 seconds left on the clock for Greenbrier when they punt the football away. And literally, quite literally, if you're Greenbrier and you get this punt away, what you do not want to do is give up any big play.
That's right. That's right.
5 seconds on the play clock. We'll see when he calls the timeout. They're going to call a timeout at 1. 34 seconds left of the football game. So you think about this, Matt. We're going to keep it here. Greenbrier's up 7-0 and literally just trying to survive. They're up 7-0. You're going to punt the football away, so you got to think probably going to be close to under 30 seconds left in the football game.
That's right.
You're hoping to pin them in deep.
You really don't want to let them have a return
at all. At all.
You want to kick it out of bounds, kick it down there. If you can get it inside the 10, so be it.
But you also got to make sure you get the snap good on the punt. Can't muff the punt or the catch. Got to get the kick away. And there's a lot of things.
They're going to bring the house.
They're going to try to block this thing no matter what. If you're Greenbrier, you got to know that possibly is going to be coming. The ball is at the 32-yard line. You're in deep into Wynne territory. You're about to punt the football away. Just got to play safe here and make sure you get the punt away.
Fake punt to Eli Weaver around the left side.
And that's why you're not coaching. No, I'm just kidding.
I know.
You're actually a great coach. I know you wouldn't actually do that.
Well, great might be a stretch.
Well, here we go. This is a big play. 34 seconds to go in the football game. They got Mangrum back deep. Hewitt gets the snap away. He punts it. Mangram's going to get a return. He's back at his own 5. Tries to get to the edge. Cuts back. They're going to lateral it. He's down the sideline. He's trying to go, and they're going to stuff him at the 5. Loose football. Greenbrier's won it. Keaton Whitley's got it, but there's a flag down. Whitley got the touchdown after the reverse again, the lateral, but there is a flag down, and if it's against Greenbrier, it might be coming back. I say that's a flag. That might be his towel.
I think that's his towel.
Wow. That indeed is his towel, and Greenbrier's just won the football game.
Yes, sir.
Greenbrier just won the football game. They're going to the semis. Wow, 13-0. Turnage trying to make it 14-0, and wow, who would have thought the game would have ended on that?
I don't know what he was trying to pitch it to. There wasn't anybody behind him.
Well, there we go. Turnage to a 10. I don't know either. Turnage trying to stay perfect. Looks like they weren't ready for the snap just yet.
They got somebody with the helmet off.
And we're going to see the call.
Somebody's looks like might be a little upset, which is understandable. I mean, it's an emotional game.
Wow, 13-0 with 21 seconds to go. Greenbrier is going to escape.
Looks like he's just going to walk to the locker room.
I'll tell you, Matt, that's Mangrum, I believe, that's walking out. Hey, I'll tell you, I don't know when Greenbrier's ever made it to the semis.
Personal foul on them. Decline. He's just going to walk to the locker room.
Well, I'll tell you, Greenbrier, I don't know when the last time they made it to the semis. But, boy, it's a great feeling. They're going to be playing PA next week at home. Turnage to attempt the extra point to stay perfect on the year, and he will. 14-0. Greenbrier's going to survive.
Hey, I want to say that number 50 that just come through there, that shows heart, man. He's still coming full speed, trying to block the extra point.
You know who that was? That was Tyrell Johnson.
I would tell you, that shows some character from that kid. I tell you what, he come through there full speed. You know they're hurting right now. Look at him walking the sideline. He's upset, and I don't like to see it because I know he's hurting, but I do love to see the character that he shows by playing to the end.
Well, I tell you, Greenbrier made it to the semis in the 2009 season. I'm looking to see. I don't know if they made it in 2011 or not. But Greenbrier's going to win the football game. They're up 14-0. Boy, what a night, isn't it? Been a great night of football. Boy, it's been a low-scoring game. Greenbrier is going to survive and play in the semifinals next week against Pulaski Academy at home, and an opportunity to play and head to War Memorial for the state championship. So it looks like Greenbrier lost to Watson Chapel in the quarterfinals in 2011. So the last time they've been is 2009. Well, there we go. Turnage to kick the football away. He will kick it out of bounds and make sure there is no return. That's a smart thing for Turnage.
Yeah.
And Wynne will have the football at their own 35-yard line with 21 seconds to go. I'll tell you, there's still time on the clock, so it's not over yet.
Yeah, you want to make sure everybody comes in here and keeps their head on straight.
But I will say, the chances of a comeback for Wynne right now are slim to none.
Impossible.
Slim to none.
We've got, I guess if they scored, kick the onside kick.
That's what I'm saying. You get one play right here, and you score, and it's 14. You get an onside kick, and you get the ball back and score on that one.
That would be it.
That would be it.
But if the offense ever got the ball back, all we have to do is
knee it.
Take a knee. Victory formation.
Well, there we go. 21 seconds to go. Wynne with probably this. They got to score on this play to even have a chance. Watson, Greenbrier's in the prevent defense. They got 3 defensive backs way back deep at their own 30 to make sure nothing gets behind them. Wynne's probably going to throw on this play.
Yeah, they're still getting guys on the field.
And looks like
delay of game.
There's going to be a delay of game. So a 5-yard penalty. They'll push them back at their own 35 now. 21 seconds to go. And, I mean, for Wynne, it really doesn't matter. You just need to make sure you got your play set up that you want. And the Greenbrier faithful are about to watch, hopefully, our Panthers move on to the semifinals for the first time since 2009. Watson, a little pitch play. They're going to go an end-around pass play. Looking deep, he's in trouble. He's thrown back, loose football. Greenbrier is going to have it out of bounds, and looks like they're going to win the football game now because Greenbrier got the football. Or are they going to say he was down?
He was down, yeah.
With 12 seconds to go, clock should continue to tick, and that's going to do it. They may snap it off one more time, but it won't matter because Greenbrier is going to win it.
That's going to do
what a great game.
Yeah,
6 seconds to go. They didn't look like they're going to snap the football again. 2 seconds, 1, and Greenbrier's moving on to the semis.
Yep.
They're going to play Pulaski Academy in what will be a very, very difficult matchup. But, hey, enjoy the night, celebrate. get ready for Pulaski Academy next week.
Yeah. Hey, this Wynne team came out here and played their rear ends off. They played with character. They did not, they didn't hit us late. They didn't, they just played good football, and they got a lot to be proud of. And you saw how many sophomores we called on the calls when we made them. They got a lot to look forward to.
Sure do. Well, Wynne's a good football team. How about this Greenbrier defense coming in and shutting them out tonight against a team that's averaged 39 points a game? Greenbrier came in, and the defense really just carried the team tonight. The defense is the story of the game. Greenbrier wins it 14-0. They'll head on to the semis for the first time since 2009. And I'll tell you, this is the first time Greenbrier has been in the semis that I know of, and they've been undefeated. First 12-0 season.
Absolutely. I think they set a record for the Panthers football.
This is a special team we've been able to watch this year. Tell you what, we're going to hit a break. When we come back, we'll have the post-game stats. We'll have the post-game player of the game and the big play of the game. Stay with us. You're watching GPSN, the Road to War Memorial 5A State Playoffs. Your Panthers are heading to the next round.
Choose First Security. Banking is just the beginning. Here, we take care of each other, making the community we all share even stronger. So people in Arkansas can build a life, buy a home, run a business, and more. Strength in numbers and neighbors. It's another way First Security helps Arkansas bank better. And it's why you should call on us today. First Security, bank better.
Insurance policies can be confusing. Oftentimes you settle for the minimum coverage required without considering what truly needs to be protected. At American Safeguard Insurance, our job is to make sure you understand exactly what you need. We'll help protect your assets and get you the best price so you have peace of mind when it matters most. Whether it's actively looking for savings or gaps in coverage, we forge personal relationships necessary to give you confidence that you're covered no matter what the situation. Don't wait for the worst-case scenario to find out if you're covered. Experience more coverage, more savings, and more service with American Safeguard Insurance.
What do you do when you have electrical problems? Need new electrical installation? Or need to add security and datacom to your home or office? I tell you what I do. I call Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom, a family-owned and ran business with over 70 years combined experience, specializing in residential, commercial, and industrial service. No matter the job, how big or small, just give them a call at 501-679-3393. Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom. They'll keep the lights on.
Hey guys, this is Freeman Collier with Collier Roofing. We're a locally owned roofing contractor. We do residential and commercial roofing. We do shingles, metal, and seamless gutters. If there's a project that you'd like an estimate on, please give our office a call at 501-733-5163. We look forward to helping you.
Dang, bro. Mama!
Delicious, no?
Come on! What the?
Fat burger. We have confirmation that it's a giant fat burger over the city. Civilians have been asked to grab napkins and shelter at their dining tables.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank all of our sponsors for their continued support. First Security Bank, American Safeguard Insurance, Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom, Steak and Shake, Collier Roofing, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Bleacher Bling, John Simone Bank of England, Chef Lynn's, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Oxygen 8 Hyperbarics, and the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier.
Well, there we go. I tell you, we're back here inside of John Hawks Memorial Field with a sigh of relief as Greenbrier escapes once again in a game where injuries were biting both teams. The injury bug was biting us both.
Really hurt us.
Really, with Cooper Wilcox and Eli Ruppel. Dustin Hall, that's right.
Well, Eli did.
Yeah, Eli did. Dustin Hall.
Of course, Carter being out. Thatcher.
I tell you, when Greenbrier plays Pulaski Academy next week, it's going to be all hands on deck, just trying to figure out a way to beat the Bruins. They're the number 1 team in the state, 5A, and really, they've proven it all year long. Greenbrier escapes and moves on. Tell you, Matt, let's go ahead and look at the post-game stats. We'll name our player of the game and big play of the game, and we'll wrap it up and get out of here.
All right, man. Well, I think it was pretty clear as far as player of the game. It was the guy that you saw nearly every play. I mean, Eli Weaver comes in tonight and does a great job helping us offensively, but, boy, defensively, he was just everywhere all the time.
Eli Weaver almost single-handedly. There's one play where he single-handedly caused the fumble on that little option route. He bit on the QB, then bit back because he knew he was going to get a pitch, and then the running back lost the football. Weaver jumped on it. I mean, I'm telling you, Eli Weaver played lights out on the defensive side of the ball, had some big offensive runs. I think we called his name so many times tonight. Got to be our player of the game, our Harps
I agree.
Food Stores and American Safeguard Insurance player of the game.
Safeguard Insurance, Harps Food Store player of the game.
But I'll tell you, our Bleacher Bing big play of the game.
We're going to split it.
We sure are.
Yeah, because if we don't get the one score on offense,
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Like at the end there, they wouldn't be trying to pitch it for the win if it was 0-0.
No, that was a desperation play there. Got to go with we're going to split it between Cooper Wilcox, who threw a touchdown pass while injured, and then Jacob Mathis doing a great job pulling it in for the score.
Wow.
So there's your 2 Bleacher Bling players of the game.
Big plays of the game. 14-0. Greenbrier wins it, moves on to play the Pulaski Academy Bruins, and an opportunity to play in War Memorial the week following. Greenbrier survives. Tell you what, Matt, go ahead and look at those last few scores. Tell us who the last 4 teams left are in 5A.
So, if all holds, well,
there's PA. They're beating
PA's beating Magnolia 49-19, so PA will advance to come to Greenbrier next week. Whitehall is beating Fairview 35-7 in the 4th.
Little Rock Christian and Nettleton. Christian was beating up big, weren't they?
Already. Christian beat Nettleton 35-7 at Nettleton. So it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, Little Rock Christian will go to Whitehall next week in the semis.
And the winner of that one will play the winner of PA and Greenbrier
at War Memorial Stadium.
Wow. It's been a fun night. Go ahead and give us those post-game stats, and then we'll wrap it up,
we got some stats. There wasn't a whole lot of stats. It was mostly just defense. Greenbrier finished with 20 first downs. Wynne was 17. We ran the ball 36 times for 124 yards. Ended up being 3.4 carry. They ran the ball 54 times for 175 yards, 3.2 a carry. We completed 10 of 18 passes, 1 interception. They completed 1 of 5 with 1 interception. We had 68 yards passing. They had -3. So the total of that, we had 55 plays for 192 yards, 3.5 a play. They had 60 plays, 172 yards, 2.9 a play. The difference in the game, 5 turnovers by the Yellowjackets to our 1.
Wow.
So that is how this one will end up. We'll look at the individual stats. Cooper, as we mentioned, it ended up it was 9 for 11, I believe. It was 9 for 10 at halftime. I don't know if they missed one and added it to it, but either way, at 72 yards. Let's see here. Kane Griffin was 1 for 7 throwing the football. Reed Nixon, 6 catches, 63 yards. Jacob Mathis, 3 for 9 yards. And Nick Hewitt ran the ball 18 times for 70 yards. Elijah Weaver, 8 times for 56 yards. And Cooper Wilcox, 4 times for 4 yards. So that's how we'll end up tonight. Not a lot of stats on the offensive side of the football. A lot of injuries, but just defense holds out strong and gives us a win, a shutout win nonetheless.
First time this year Greenbrier has blanked a team, I do believe.
Our first time Wynne's been shut out too.
14-0 Greenbrier. I'll tell you, I don't think people at home realize the magnitude of this defense for Greenbrier coming in and blanking a Wynne offense that's been averaging 39 points a game. To come in and do something like that's pretty remarkable.
It is, it just says a lot about the mentality of this defense, the intelligence these guys play with, the coaching staff having them prepared, and just playing assignment football, the trust this senior class has in each other and the underclassmen, and trusting your teammate to make plays.
Well, I'll tell you, in a game where it mattered most, of all the nights for you to blank a team, it's in the playoffs when your offense wasn't rolling the way you wanted it. 14-0. Greenbrier survives.
We're moving on, baby. We're moving on.
We're headed to the semis to play the Pulaski Academy Bruins. Come out next week and come support us here on GPSN. We'll be so excited and ready for the semifinal matchup and an opportunity and a trip to War Memorial for the state finals. It's been a fun night of football. Greenbrier wins it 14-0 over the visiting Wynne Yellowjackets. Greenbrier improves to 12-0 on the year. And their second win here in the playoffs, here in the quarterfinals. Wynne's season will come to an end. They end the season 10-2 overall, 6-1 in conference play. And I'll tell you, if Nettleton loses tonight, that'll be the last team of the 5A East that'll still be in the tournament. Greenbrier or in the playoffs. Greenbrier's the last team in the 5A West. They were the last team this week.
It's going to be all Central and one West team.
Yeah,
isn't that right?
And 5A South, Whitehall South, isn't they?
No, Whitehall Central. Yeah.
Well,
Fairview and Magnolia were the last two in the South to be in the.
So Greenbrier and 3 5A Central teams. We hope Greenbrier will be in the state championship. They've got business to take care of next week against PA. I'm JB Brazil. Well, were you going to say something, Matt?
No, I was just going to say, we're seeing Eli there. We need to pray for him as well as our others that they'll get healed up because we've got some injured Panthers.
We sure do. I'll tell you, it's been a fun night of football. I'm JB Brazil. Alongside me, my partner, Matt McJunkins, Mike Bowen, man in the camera, Daniel Hillian, our producer, putting everything together and making it run smoothly. Where tonight, Greenbrier takes care of business, 14-0 win over Wynne. We will see you next week as Greenbrier hosts the Pulaski Academy Bruins in the semifinals of the 5A state playoffs. We will see you next time. So long.
Later on.